Oh, and just like that, there we are. Hello, can you guys see us?
Hello, internet land. Hello.
Hello out there.
You like my
hello. Yeah, it's been, gosh, it feels like it's been forever, but it, since we were on a Sunday instead of a Thursday, it feels like an extra long time.
It does.
Since you guys have seen us. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm just getting my phone set up. I see us on the phone, so I think you guys can see us as well. Hi, everyone. I think the major cold snap, for the most part, is it's still cold here. It's still like 12 degrees here, but
it's coming back this weekend for us, they say. So
yeah, we're supposed to get some weekend stuff too. I'm just like Puxatawny Phil, that groundhog.
6 more weeks.
Not a fan.
6 more weeks.
He never predicts early spring. It's been a good long time since he said that.
And Amy, it could be sheer propaganda, but on the interwebs, they're talking about a Valentine's Day blizzard to hit the Northeast. I'm just saying.
Great.
It's probably propaganda.
Wonderful.
I hope it is.
Well, it can be at least 40 degrees at any point in time. I will not complain.
Yeah.
You will not hear me complain. I
might
might complain when it's over 90 degrees.
And humid. It's that darn humidity.
But I'm over the snow. I'm totally over it. All right. Let me scroll. Oh my gosh. Scroll. All the way at the top. Although I already know who was here, super early bird.
I don't even know who it was.
Lisa Shields was here. Unless William was here earlier than that and they deleted the comment, which could be. But I see Lisa Shields here in the chat tonight. So hello. Oh, there's William following. Hello. There is Mr. Gavin.
Gang, if you are not following Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings, you need to do so. He has a YouTube channel. He's our YouTube DJ. So please give him a follow. Same name that you see right there. You can give him a follow. It's free. He does tons of content. It's also the same name over on Instagram. Give him a follow there. He's the other half of the Gillette Corporation. Oh, I feel weird saying that. Other half of the Gillette Corporation. Please support them. They're a cornerstone in this community. They do so much.
They certainly are. Yes.
Give him a follow. Thank you, guys.
Miss Shannon Ferrara. Hello. Good to see you this evening. Miss Terry V. How's it going? There's Karen. Hi, Karen. Good to see you tonight. Karen's going to be our bid ender this evening, as always. Thank you in advance, Karen. Who else am I seeing? KP is with us. Hello, KP. Good to see you as well. Scroll. Renee. Hey, Renee. Friday Eve. That's a good way to think of Thursday. It's Friday Eve.
Yes, it is.
Good way.
Good time.
Let's see. Cindy Lou. Hello,
Did you hear,
Cindy?
Amy? Did you hear?
Yeah.
Did you hear?
Even though we were on break. Yes, I heard.
And I might have a photo to show you from her on how she displays her Valentines. So I want to double check that I can share it.
I'm interested to see that. Yes.
It's a cool
There
idea.
is Mama Linda. Hello, Linda.
Mom. I love you.
Did you guys get Mother Tucker's all dug out of the snow?
Yeah, it's all dug out. It's dug out. We lost a few spaces, parking spots for a while, but yeah, it's good. It's melting, and yeah.
I can't believe how much snow you guys got. That was crazy.
We got some. Yeah.
Mama Pam is here. Hello, Mom.
Pam.
Miss Janine. Hey, Janine.
Hi, Janine.
Good to see you. Scroll on down. I'm trying to not do duplicates. If I highlight your name and I already said hello to you, it's just a bonus. The analog cat is here. Hello. It is February. Happy February.
That's right. It is.
January felt like an entire year all in itself.
Oh my God. That was the month.
Finally February.
That was the month that would not end. It would not end.
Who else am I seeing? Sandy B is here. Hey,
Hello,
Sandy.
Sandy.
Good to see you. Joe is with us. Hey, Joe.
And Joe said it was 89 degrees today out in California. That tough breaks, Joe. Tough breaks.
Push it this way. Push it on east.
Turn the fans. Turn the fans.
Buttermilk and cream. Hello. Paula Messimer. Hi, Paula. Good to see you. Sharon Spencer's with us.
Sharon.
Hello. Melissa's back. Hi, Melissa. I'm going to try and go through these quickly. Krista. Hey, Krista.
Hi, Krista.
Welcome in. Heather Gibbs. Hi, Heather.
Hello, Heather.
Happy Thursday. Chris is with us. Hi, Chris.
Hello, friend.
Miss Erin at Blueberry Barn
Hi,
Vintage. Erin. Hello, Erin. Let's see. Scroll. Timmy. Hi,
Hey,
Timmy.
Timmy.
Let's see. Janet's with us. Hi, Janet.
Janet.
Welcome in. Meow, Miss Wanda. Hello,
Wanda.
Good to see you. Diane's with us tonight. Yay, you have work off. That's always good. You can just stay in your jammies. Good plan. All right, I'm scrolling down. Oh, Tina, I was in your state. Briefly. Actually, Mama Pam and I last week, we didn't say where we were going because we kind of did what we normally do, but then we did extra. So we did Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas for the first time ever, Missouri, Indiana. So that's 6 states.
Okay.
And then back. So it was a big old loop-de-loop
Circle.
is what we did. And actually it was warmer in Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri than it was anywhere else. Like
that's
40s,
that's different.
30s and 40s. No snow. They didn't get any snow.
They got snow.
They didn't get that big snowstorm that we all got. It kind of like went further north and missed.
Gotcha.
Like, they didn't have any snow on the ground. It was very weird. It was a nice break though. Really nice break. Let me get caught up. Leanne, where did we go in Missouri? Well, we were in Kansas City for a little while. We were in Columbia, a little bit in St. Louis. So kind of like around the top and middle of the state is where we went through. 49 today. Tina says 49. All right, I have, let's see, I'm already at the bottom. So if I missed you, I apologize, but welcome in. Thanks for being here for fantastic finds. You can find us every week here at 8 p.m. Eastern, unless we have some schedule changes and you'll see us on a different night. But for the most part, you will see us here on Thursdays. And Mama P,
still recovering.
Mama P is still recovering. Yeah, so am I. It was a lot of driving. It was definitely a lot of driving in the car. Long days. I don't know how many antique places we went to, but it was a lot. It was a lot that we crammed in there. So welcome in. First, before we get started tonight, if you're coming over from another platform, you want to make sure you're logged into a YouTube or Google account. Those are both free accounts that you can create a login for. But that's how you can access our live chat to either participate in the sale or participate in the vintage community chat down during the sale. So make sure you're logged in. And then you want to make sure once you are logged in that you're in the best version of the chat. So make sure you're in live chat, all messages, not top chat. If you're in top chat, it is going to filter out some of the comments. You might miss a bid, that sort of thing. So just make sure you're in live chat. That is the best version of the chat you can be in. And yes, Heather says, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. That would be appreciated. Yes. So we do experience a lag here on YouTube. Unfortunately, we can't make that go away totally. So you can exit out of YouTube and come back in. That's a way that you can refresh the feed. The easier way to do that is to touch the upper right-hand corner where my little kitty icon just popped up there. You can find a gear wheel icon up there. If you tap that, hit playback speed and hit 2 times. If you are lagging behind at all, we are going to sound funny until you're caught up with us. Again, do that as often as possible, especially before you try to put any bids into the chat. It's always good to do a refresh. And we will be doing auction style tonight. We'll give you a starting price. I will pin it up here on the screen so you can look for that starting bid and any current bids on items in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. And we'll give you any kind of information that we know about the item, the measurements, and note if there's any kind of issues. So if there's any kind of damage, so repairs, chips, notable damage, we'll make sure and show that to you live here on the screen. If you're interested in anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as they come into StreamYard. If for some reason we don't call out a bid or highlight your bid, sometimes filtering can happen, not very often, but sometimes once in a while it does. If we don't acknowledge your bid, just try and put it in again. That might mean that has been filtered. Try and add an emoji. That sometimes helps push things through. We will do a 20-second countdown to account for the lag. We always encourage early bidding if it's something you're interested in rather than waiting too long. If you wait too long, bids do come in after the bid end and then they don't count. All right, so the highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's official bid end tonight will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases. So all that we ask to use a just in case is that you're an active bidder. That means you've put at least one straight bid in on the current item that we're showing. Then you can use a just in case during the countdown. That is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item, plus the letters JIC. Take that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But keep in mind, multiple just in cases that come into the chat before the bid end do then turn into regular bids. If you are a brand new buyer, maybe you're watching for the first time tonight, or maybe you've never purchased from us, you want to pay attention to this next part. If you are a winner, we do need some information sent to us via email. Our emails are up here on the screen. They will be throughout the sale up on the screen when we are selling. They're in a pinned comment at the top of the chat. And always you can find all of our emails, social media links, and other platforms and addresses for our booths and antique stores all down in the description of the video. But we need some information. If you win an item tonight, we need an email with your YouTube screen name, aka your YouTube handle name, if it's different from your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just send us an email with all that same information and let us know that you want to check out as a guest. When we go to send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that PayPal invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit. It's super easy. And payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving our invoices. And our last slide is about shipping. Then we will talk about when we're doing our packing and invoicing this week. Shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional, but we do both use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates versus the full-on retail at the post office. So whatever savings that we get in Pirate Ship, we pass that right on to you guys. And I'm very glad that we can offer that deep discount there. The reason we need your full shipping address is to calculate your shipping. That is based on the size and weight of your package and where you live in relation to us. So that's how you calculate your shipping costs. And we do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I'll have Jason talk about that last bullet point, and then we'll talk about our invoicing.
All righty. If you purchase from me here tonight, I own a brick and mortar called Mother Tucker's Antiques. I offer free pickup. So if you're local to me and you want to save the shipping cost, just email us and let us know. Or if you're coming into the area, let us know. We can hold your item or items for a while. So just make sure you send an email and let us know. We'll invoice you for the item or items you buy. And then once the invoice is paid for, we will communicate in the email back and forth on when you want to pick it up. It's that easy. It's that simple. Thank you, Miss Amy.
All right. Like I said, I do ship out of Michigan. I'm going to be doing all of my packing and invoicing tomorrow. So I will send you an email when your invoice has been sent. Look at Parmesan back there. He's like in a little upside down kitty ball. Very distracting. Sorry. I will send you an email when your invoice has been sent, so you're not wondering where it's at. But at some point tomorrow, they will go out. Thank you, guys.
All right. I ship out of Pennsylvania, and I will do all of my packing, and then Tina will do the invoices on Saturday. So you should receive something from us Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. One quick side note, hopefully y'all can join Tina tomorrow. She's really excited over on Whatnot. She actually curated a Victorian jewelry sale. So it's going to be a different style of sale. She has some really incredible pieces. So please head over and hang out with her. 7 p.m. Eastern over on Whatnot. And it's Mother Tucker's Tina. Mother Tucker's Tina. Thank you, Amy.
Okay, I saw a couple more people hop in here.
Hi, Audrey.
While I was flapping my gums. Leanne is here. Brad is with us. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Good to see you guys. Caroline popped in there. Hey, Caroline. Good to see you as well. And who else did I see? I saw somebody else. Oh, Leslie's here. Hey, Leslie. Yep. And I thought I saw, Minx. It was Minx that popped in here. Oh, and Audrey just popped in too. Hi, welcome. Good to see you guys. All right, we're gonna get the screen moved over. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is that we do not have a community share tonight, but Jason and I do have something that we want to talk about at the end of the sale tonight. So stick around for that after the sale. But we don't have a community share, but that will be back next week. Okay. All right. Switch the screen. There we go. Okay. I picked the right one. Usually I pick the one that like shows us, the nose hairs.
I trimmed mine. I was ready. I trimmed mine. I was ready.
I always do that from time to time. I like the super zoom. I don't need to do that today. Okay. I have just a couple like kind of Valentine-y things. I know like this is kind of like last ditch effort for things to get out in the mail. Valentine wise, so I don't have a ton, but I do have a couple kind of things Valentine related tonight. So my first item tonight is going to be, although it's not technically Valentine's, but I did pick her up because I thought she would be cute. She is a little polka dot meow meow, little polka dot kitty friends. And there is a whole series of these little critters in the red and gold painted polka dots. And that's all cold paint that you're seeing, including the little blush on the cheeks and the feet and the ears. There's no chipping to the little kitty friend. All right, there is the back. All of her cold paint is pretty good. All of her little polka dots are still there. And she is marked Japan on the bottom. Just the cutest thing ever. Lashes for days. She does measure 2 3/4 inches tall by 2. So there are actually smaller ones. There's smaller figurines that are about that size for these little critters like that. And then there's much bigger ones. And there's pixies and planters and all sorts of things too. So I thought she'd be cute for Valentine's Day, but cute year round as well. She could also probably work for Christmas. Well, hey, Mare and Timmy, I see you at 13. Thank you so much. So we are looking for 14 or more on Miss Kitty. And let's do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Good end.
I've never seen one this size. I've only seen the smaller ones.
I like the
smaller
size.
Than this.
Where did this come from? Kansas? I can't remember what state this guy came from, but he came a long way. He sure did. All right. There is a bid of 16 from Mare and a just in case of 22 from Timmy. And there is a bid end from Karen. All right. Miss Timmy with that just in case is 17. Coming to you, friend. Thank you so much.
All right. My first round, Amy, it'll be $18 choice. Choice for $18. And I have choice on Kewpie pendants. They're similar, but they're different. So this will be your first one that you can choose from. This one seems to be like a chalkware, like a composition almost. And the way the little circle is attached is it has this little metal part that's permanently attached to the head of the Kewpie. So you could hang your chain through it. And then this little guy becomes your cute little pendant. Or he might be cute to use as an ornament. Let's get him to focus. Or he would just be cute to hang in your Kewpie display. So this one I feel like is a little earlier. You can see the way they painted the eyelashes, the way the rosiness is on the cheeks. No chips to the piece. You can see the little Kewpie wings here on the back. And this one measures 2 inches. So that'll play a part when I show you the second one. So this one is 2 inches. I might have to get a new camera, Amy. There we go. Now we're focused. So
look at those big old eyeballs.
So this will be your first choice at 18. And this one I do think is on the older side. And it's like a composition. So that's going to be your first one. I don't know the manufacturer. If I knew, I would make sure to tell you guys. So here's your second one at $18. There's a little hole there through the head. So you could run a string through it. You could run a tiny little jump hoop through it and turn this one into a pendant because I believe that's what it was intended to be. This one is made of Bisque.
So cute.
This one is actually marked on the back, and I think it's marked Schaefer. I think it's marked Schaefer. If we're going to get it to focus, there you can see, there we go. So I do believe it's marked Schaefer on the back. Mayor, thank you. I see you for 18. And this one is like a bisque porcelain. This one measures 1.5 inches. So again, like I said, the first one, that's what makes a difference is that this one's just a little bit smaller. So really good condition. Porcelain has the little hole there through the head. You could run a little jump hoop through it, turn it into a pendant. So that'll be your second choice. So it'll be easy to distinguish them. We're just going to go large or small, large or small. So this is a small one at 1.5 inches. And then, so this one is bisque porcelain. This one, I don't want to call it chalkware, but this is some kind of a like composition. It sort of has a chalkware kind of feel about it. It could be, but all I'm willing to say is it is some kind of composition. And there you can see the flat back on it, but there is no mark on it. I don't think it's a hobbyist. I just think it's an earlier Kewpie. So let's go ahead and count it down. It'll be choice between large or small. We're in at 18. We're looking for 19, and active bidders can use it just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know. Very 1920s looking with this Kewpie, with those eyes. This one, I'm not sure of the age. I don't know, with Schaefer on the back, maybe 40s, 50s. Porcelain bisque, and this one is a composition. So Mare, at 18, let me know, did you want the large one or the small one? And of course, you can take both. And if you just pick one, we'll bring the other one back for the recap. But it'll be large. This one's a large one. And that is your small one. Large or small. Good choice. They're both yours. Thank you so much.
Mare, if you didn't take both, I was going to claim the other one.
They're good.
Because those are really cute. Really
They're
cute.
neat.
I love how tiny they are. Okay. I do have a Valentine for my next round, and it is a German honeycomb Valentine. So it's probably antique or hinging on antique. And it's really, really nice condition. She is excellent shape. And there's not any, usually with these honeycomb ones, it just really depends on how they're stored. And there's really not any kind of fading on that honeycomb. Sometimes with these red ones, earlier Valentines, they tend to fade out into like this peachy pink kind of color. But this one is nice and vibrant still, and really not any kind of bending on the Valentine at all. And she is made in Germany. All right. And she does have the little Easter back. You can see she's standing on her own. She is really nice condition. She has sign on the back. I'll show that to you in a moment. But down here at the bottom, in very tiny, printed in Germany at the base. And hello, Deborah Williams. Good to see you. And there is her little honeycomb skirt. It doesn't go all the way around. It's just one of those half ones. And she has this, I'll turn it around so you can see that. It has the tiniest little paper clip I've ever seen to hold it in place. And it has been signed on the back as well. I'm going to take the little honeycomb or the little paper clip out so you can see that there's her little skirt folded flat. I think probably once upon a time she had one of those little metal kind of clips that folds back and forth. But if you fold those back and forth too much, they do tend to just snap off. So when I found it, it did have this tiny little itty bitty paper clip. So that's why I'm keeping it the way that I found it. But the honeycomb, once I get it back here, and because this paper clip is so darn small, there we go. It's hard to get back in there, but I'm glad that whoever had this stored it, because there's like really just kind of over here, maybe a little bit there's bending, but for the most part, that honeycomb is really nice. And there's no kind of notable bending. It just says "To My Valentine" on her heart. I just thought she was adorable. Measurement for her, she is about 7 inches tall and 4 1/4 kind of at the widest part of her skirt. I see Deborah's in there. We're looking for 13 or more. Let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
That honeycomb looks brand spanking new.
It's real nice, Clark. Real nice.
It's good and crisp. Vibrant.
All right. And I don't remember what state she came from either, but I had to get her out a lot. I rescued her out of a case. All right. There's a bit end from Karen. Thank you so much. Deborah, I saw your just in case, but you didn't need it, lady. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm going to do a quick claim round because they're similar. So this will be a quick claim round. I'll give you guys a letter, but I'll quickly show you guys what it is. I'll tell you how much it is, and then I'll give you a letter. And I have 5 of them that are duplicates. Okay. So usually when they made tally cards, they also made the little name plates because back in the day, they were bougie. So they had the tally card that matched a little name card and other pieces of ephemera. So I have 5 of these, and they're made by the Buzza company. And they used to make a lot of mottos and a lot of ephemera and paper pieces. So there you can see they're all in unused condition. They're not even folded. These are fun. Then when you get it, you can fold it and you can turn this into just a fun little figurine, in essence, an ephemera figurine, and put it in your display. So like I said, I have 5 that are similar. It is this 1920s, which that's when I believe it's from, of this flapper girl. So you can see how well she's done with the coloring. I love the fact that she is on the old style telephone. We used to call those, I think those are lollipop phones. Folks have called them lollipop phones. So she's on the telephone. She's standing there in her flowered dress, and she has like a Victrola almost behind her. Can you guys see those legs? And then look at not the legs on her, the legs on the Victrola. And then you can see her in her heels. So I have 5 of these available. I didn't even measure them. Let me give you a quick measurement. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh, it is a candlestick. You're right, Joe. I called it a lollipop. 5 inches. So it's 5 inches tall. And I have 5 of them. They are all identical. There's no stains. There's no condition issues. And again, with the colors on her, she'd look good. You could put her in your Valentine's Day display. You could put her in your Easter display, or just have her out for spring. So I have 5 of them. They're going to be $5 each. They're going to be $5 each. I have 5 of them. And if anybody's interested, you just put in the letter F. The letter F is in Flapper Girl. And you can claim as many as you'd like. And you can claim the first one in, can claim up to 5. If you just want 1, that's fine. But they're just going to be $5 each. Pull Pop, I got you in. And again, I have 5 of them available. If you guys just want 1 or 2 or all 5, maybe you're even a reseller. So Pull Pop, let me know how many you're interested in. I have up to 5. And I can watch the chat, Amy. Pull Pop, just let me know how many you wanted. And whatever's left, we can bring them back for the recap. But they're $5 each. I got you Pull Pop for 1. So we'll bring the other 4 back for the recap. All right, Amy. Thank you.
All right. Those are very cool. Very cool. Okay. This is going to be a pair of items. So they're going to come together. They kind of have a similar theme. That's why I paired them. I can't help but pair the vintage together if I do. So the first thing you're going to get is this Vintage Halls Chocolates box, Tease the Taste, with the Peacock package. Originally would come with 8 ounces of chocolate in here. I strictly got this because of the graphics on this. I do believe that this candy box dates to the 1920s, 1930s, probably like 20s, early 30s on it. Very deco in style. You got the peacock leaves, orange, and kind of like this darker turquoise color. So there's a little bit of wear to the paper wrapper, to the outer cover of the box. Before I show you the other thing that's coming with it, I'll show you the inside. There still is the liner paper for the box. There's a few stains that are inside of the liner paper, but the fact that it's still there and it's like embossed with flowers on it, also says Halls on here. So that is the original little liner paper that would come in here. Yeah, it's kind of a really dark turquoise, like hunter green kind of color, and then orange and black and gold, obviously. Okay, so then the second thing that you're getting with this, because it's a peacock, Gotta have
It's
a
fun.
peacock with your peacock box. That is a bone china miniature, little peacock, which I've never run across
Nice.
out and about before. I've never seen a peacock bone china miniature. It is not Hagen Reneker. It is just a made in Japan one. I did see some of the other like ones that would come, like the females that would come with this, have the little round Japan sticker. Hagen Reneker probably wouldn't have that sticker on there. And there's no chips to it, no repairs or anything. It's really good condition. I just thought with the peacock theme, it was a cool pairing of items. But I'm going to show you the peacock a little up closer here. So the peacock itself, the little bone china miniature one, I believe is from the 60s on this guy. So very detailed with the painting and tiny little eyeball and everything. So up here, this is glazed over. There's no like chip out of, you know, the tail feather or anything like that, and no marking. Hello, Alexis. Welcome in. And there's the back. It's just kind of variegated into green shading on the back side. And I just have this one. I don't have the female to go with it. And this one measures 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I thought they looked cool together. I had this one kind of stacked up here using the chocolate box as a riser in my preview photos, but they just wanted to live together. They told me so. So I see Alexis is in at 18. Thank you so much. We are looking for 19 or more on the pairing. And the box real quick, let me give you a measurement on that. It is 5 1/2 by 3 by about 1 3/4 inches that way, right? So you could definitely do a lot with that box too, I think. Be cool with some jewelry if you had some peacock kind of jewelry. All right, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ends. All right, Alexis, I see you're just in case. Thank you so much.
I'm in love with that candy box. That is
it's a good candy box. I actually couldn't find an example of this one anywhere. I'm sure they made bigger versions, £1 usually. Right. Probably out there somewhere too. All right, there's a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Alexis, congratulations. I did see her just in case, but you didn't need it. It's coming to you for 18. And I think that you are a new name to us, so make sure and send me an email with your information tonight during the sale. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
$20 choice, Amy. $20 choice. One of these has a mild condition issue, but what it lacks, I think it'll gain in another department. Hopefully that made sense. So $20 choice on these vintage Art Nouveau, tiny miniature trinket box, ring box, jewelry casket. I find that to find the super large ones or the tiny ones are not the easiest to find, okay? So there'll be $20 choice. They're these metal gold jewelry caskets, as you can see, and they roughly measure just about 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, okay? So let me sit them down here. I'm going to show you the little one, and the way I'm going to describe them separately is this one's going to be open because this is the open. You know, it's got this open sort of twig on the top. The other one does not. So the only condition issue is it looks like there was an issue with the hinge, and the previous owner put a nail through it. What's weird is the nail is gold as well. So just note there is a nail through the hinge just so the hinge works, okay? So this is going to be your first one. I'll show you. One of them has, this is the one that has markings on the bottom. So you have all these beautiful flowers. The legs are kind of off-centered, which I like. It's not like full-on straight. You know, they kind of offset 4 of the legs on it. What's great about both of these is they have what I believe is their original inserts, okay? So I believe that's the original fabric that was on the inside. So this is the first one, and hopefully you guys are seeing all the detail on it. I see KP, I see Renee, and KP is back in at 22. So again, this is going to be your first choice. This is going to be the open one. And this one is the one that has the mark on the bottom. So let's show you what the bottom looks like. So maybe you guys know the manufacturer. It just says B and W, and that says 126, and you can kind of make out something up there on the top. with an ED on it. So that's going to be your first one. That's going to be called open. This one's going to be closed. And boy, do I love this one. Look at the leaf detail and the flower detail on this one. The hinge on this one isn't doctored. It's the way it's supposed to be. It also has what I believe is its original insert to it. Again, they're about 2.5 by 2.5. Here's what the base looks like. This one just has some numbers over here on the side. And the numbers look like it says 1144. So it looks like it says 1144 on the bottom of that. And this one, the 4 legs kind of sit centered with each other, 2 and 2. Both have 4 legs. The first one's just a little offset. So we'll slowly spin it around so you guys can see the detail. I love the patina. I love the wear to it. I actually have a bigger one that'll be coming to next week's sale, and these were with it. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. It'll be choice between open or closed, and top bid is with KP at 22. So the smaller one, which is over here, that one's your open one, and that taller one is your closed one. So 23 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. And we'll count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Or you could store your glass eye in one of these if you want to, Helen.
Helen, I know that's what you use your jewelry caskets for.
You definitely could. Especially back in that era, they would have had, if they had a prosthetic eye, it would have been a small glass eye, and you could have popped it right in there if you wanted to. So there is the bid end. We didn't have anybody use it just in case. So it looks like KP, you get first choice at 22. That one right there is the open one. That one is the closed one. And you can pick both, 1 or 2. Whatever you're interested in. And Renee, I think at 21, you'll have backup for all your little ring jewelry needs and wants. Put your teeth in there, your little tooth for the tooth fairy. All right, KP, I got you for the closed one. So just to verify, that is the closed one. So that one is going to you, KP. So Renee, were you interested in the open one? Now you guys can come up with a different way to fix the hinge if you want, but at least it's practical and it works. So Renee, at 21. All right, Renee, it's yours. Thank you, ladies, so much. Congratulations.
I love those baby jewelry caskets.
They're
I mean,
neat.
I like the big giant ones too. Don't get me wrong, but I like the little
Right.
teeny tiny ones. Those are my favorites. All right. This is going to be an antique round for me. And you're going to get the pair of these together. And I will show you why in a moment. So these are antique celluloid and paper Valentines. All right. They both have easel backs. Okay. So here's the first one. So the celluloid is going to be this kind of here, and like the flowers, and this kind of divider here in the center of this one. Late 1800s, early 1900s on these, and this one is good condition. Okay, so it's got like very highly detailed scalloped kind of edging on the thicker cardboard, and then this is all celluloid here for these, and none of it is cracked. And then here is the Valentine part. So there's covered with pansies on this part, and then it opens up for the little greeting. So love's best wishes in there. And I think it's just one page. Yes, it's just one page in there. Sometimes these can have a little book in there. All right. And the easel back is really nice. Also, sometimes these can just totally snap off. But the easel back, and you can see that it has metal rivets holding on some of the 3D elements here on the back. All right. And it's definitely dimensional. You can see that it pops out quite a bit. So this one sits sideways like this, and the background is light blue. Okay, so there is the first one. And the second one, it does have some wear to it, but I loved this. I loved the imagery on this one. The little girl peeking through the window. So this is also celluloid here in the outer frame. It says loving greeting. And it has kind of little silk applied bows. But there is some missing pieces to the cardboard around this one. So this one does have some wear. The most notable is down here at this corner and this corner. But this one also still has the easel back on the back side, still in good condition. So it will still stand on its own. And this one does have a date of 1893. Kate from Ed on the back side. I just loved this one. Also, not quite as three-dimensional as the other one, but this one sits up. So I don't have anything big enough to set them both up at the same time, but I will show you sitting on my board, each one sitting. So this one sits sideways, just like that.
Beautiful.
And the other one sits, it still sits. There's still enough of it at the bottom where it sits just fine. And if you set something in front of it, like a jewelry casket or something like that, nobody will even know that the corner is missing. I couldn't leave this one behind. It was just too cool with the little girl peeking out of the window. And that's why I'm pairing them together. This one is pretty perfect condition on this one, but I just don't run across these big giant ones in this kind of Valentine. Usually if I see these, they are like birthday. They're usually birthday cards, but these are both Valentines. But I will bring those back. I'll bring those back at the recap.
All right, Amy, this one's going to start at $28. I did rotate 2 things out of tonight's sale. They'll come next week because I got this today. So this is, oh, you got a bid. You got a bid, Amy.
I saw it pop in as soon as I put your start in. All right, Renee, we'll count it back for you. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid. And I forgot to mention this one doesn't have any writing on the back. So I'm not sure if this was ever gifted to anybody. Could be.
I've only had the privilege of selling one of these style one time.
I love these. I love these big giant ones. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Renee, they're coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Jason, there we go.
Again, $28. I just got this today. This is an Iroquois pin cushion. Okay, and it's in a heart.
Oh, wow.
It does say Toronto. It is 1932 on it. The only condition issue is me and Tina do believe that the string here would have had some glass beads on it, and they're missing. And there might be just a little issue with a little bit of the beads missing up there where the string attaches. But I think this is a beautiful piece that you can leave out all year round. You can especially use it in your Valentine's Day. And I know that these are increasingly getting harder to find and collect. And this is the first one I've ever found, and I was really excited to offer it. So I do believe that these were made, on reservations. I do believe that Native Americans made them. That's usually where they came from. This one would have been a souvenir of Toronto, and it is from 1932. And those are all glass beads. So all glass beads. You can see the green ones do not glow. I wish they did. There's no real splitting to it. This is like a velvet front, and it has like just a plain fabric style back. So even if you don't like the Toronto aspect of it, I mean, you're going to see the beads no matter what. So you could display it like that at Valentine's Day and then flip it around. It has these older sewing needles in it too. As you can see, the new owner can take them out if they want. But the fact that this still is around is amazing. So again, that's all glass beadwork. It says Toronto. Look at the fun details here on the top, even the pearl top pin that's in there. It does have it does have its full original string, so it could be hung if you want to. I do believe that would have had glass beads around it. And the only part on the heart that's missing any glass beads are right there. So again, I know they made little purses. They made, little coin holders. They made other push pins. But again, this one says Toronto, which I think is really neat. And I really love the way they made the 2 on it. It's all hand done. So they curved that around like a 2 for 1932. So let me hold it here and let me give you the dimensions on it. It's roughly about 4x4. So it is about 4x4. Just note that there might be some holes in there, from those pins being put in there. But I kind of think that gives it a fun aesthetic. It gives it a kind of a fun feel. If you guys collect sewing paraphernalia, if you guys just collect this vintage style of beadwork, I think it would be fun. And the fact that it's a heart, especially so close to Valentine's Day, is really fun. And even if they do have different names on them, folks still collect them. So even if folks, I have to believe, even if they haven't been to Toronto.
The beadwork on this is such good shape.
It is. And all that is teeny tiny glass little beads. It's not fragile. I mean, in essence, it's not brittle is, I guess, the right word I want to say. And then you can see all of the other beadwork here around the side. And again, for me to find these kind of pieces, I have to start them a little higher, because if you guys want some of these unique pieces, I got to pay a little more to offer them to you. So if you guys want the unique things to still come to the sales, I have to start things a little bit higher. Sourcing has become very expensive. So one more time, $28 on the piece. It is from 1932, as you can see. It is the Iroquois with the glass beads all the way around. There is a little bit of wear here to the corner.
Rachel wants to see the back again.
That is what the back looks like. The back is a different style of material from the front. I want to say it feels almost like an oilcloth back here. I feel like this is like a dyed cloth, and we did extensive research on this. This is not a reproduction, the estate it came from, and all of the ones that have sold on other platforms have this same kind of back to them. And
it could be wax linen. One that I had wax linen on the back.
Well, yeah, I call it oil, but maybe it is wax. It has like that sheen to it, that feel, and you can see how vibrant the red is on it. You can see how good the stitching is on it still. So as long as you're fragile and you're delicate and you take your time with this piece, it's not going to be one of those that you get, some of the metal beaded purses, when they start to come apart, you start to lose beads. Outside of what's missing there on the top part here, and maybe there at the corner, everything else seems very taut. So Rachel, thank you so much. We're looking for 29 or more, and we're going to go ahead and do a countdown. And we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end, Joe. That's an awesome idea. Especially, you're right. If you collect like the Tin Men, especially Wizard of Oz with the heart, you're exactly right. And again, you can display it multiple ways. The green does not glow. Congratulations, Rachel. It's yours. Awesome piece. Thank you so much.
I never see those Iroquois pieces like
it's the first one I've ever.
I look at them all the time, and I film them all the time. But they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is really cool. I've never been able to find one of these to purchase ever, and I also rescued her out of a locked case. I think in Missouri. I think that's where I found her. This is a little Flapper Girl perfume bottle, and she's in fairly good condition. Sometimes with these, because this is hand painted lacquered wood for the little flapper head, a lot of times that I do see these, the paint is starting to crack off of these. And this would be part of a set of little perfume bottles from Karoff in the 1920s. And it was called the Floral Quintuplets. And each of them had a little different colored silk, like little neckerchief, all right, in a different color. And each of the bottles is numbered. And this is number 3 on the bottom. There's no perfume left in here. And I opened it and it doesn't smell anymore. But because she has the little pink ruffle, and I do believe that this is the pink one. There's a peach one as well, but this, I believe, is the pink one, which means this is Little Miss Rose. Little Miss Rose. And so her perfume would be rose scented. And they would have come in a little kind of holder box, all in a little row. But she is from the 1920s. I think she's very good shape. Very good shape. For her, there's just a tiny little bit of wear on her hair right there, probably from taking the lid on and off, but the silk is also good condition on there. It's just a little faded in a couple spots, but for the most part. And the wood of the head of her is wood, and it does come off, so it has the little metal stopper for the perfume bottle, and then the base of her is glass, and there's no chipping to the little glass bottle. I suspect that you could also store pins in here. I don't think it's quite long enough for needles, but you could have, store like little straight pins in here if you wanted to, or you could put some glitter or some colored water in there to turn her back into a little perfume bottle. But these little flapper things are getting incredibly difficult to find. I know the corsage buttons are very difficult. I've only ever found one. And I I don't know. I just had to get her because I never have been able to get her before. Measurement for her is 2 3/4 inches tall. Again, from the 1920s. And KAROFF is the manufacturer for the little perfume. If you Google that, then you can see the little set of them all together. It's very cute. I wish I would have found the whole set, but sadly she was all by her lonesome. All right, Miss Caroline, I see you at 16. She is so teeny. Yes, she is. We are looking for 17 or more, and let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I love her.
The work that went into painting that face.
I know.
It's just incredible.
No, where's my ruler? It is the like little head of this piece is a little bit over an inch. So that's a teeny tiny little paintbrush. Right. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Caroline, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, it's going to be a choice round, and it's going to be $10 choice. They're all identical. The only condition issue is maybe at the bottom of the stem. So if they go to different people, one or two of them, some of this fabric is kind of coming loose. So some of the metal's exposed. But other than that, these flowers are all in phenomenal condition. So I have 5 bundles of these vintage glass beaded flowers. And each bundle, and I have my notes because I wanted to be specific, each bundle has 5 of the leaves, on it, and has 4 of the flowers. And absolutely none of the flowers are coming apart. They're all in very good condition. I even gave them a light dusting and a light cleaning. Tried to bring things that are warmer, thinking spring, because once you guys, start to get this stuff from us, you're going to start to decorate, and this is the next season that's coming. So when you measure it from the tip to the top, they run about 10 inches long. So they'll be about their 10 inches choice. And I have the other 4 bundles right here. So the other 4 bundles are right there. If you bundle it all together, that's what it's going to look like. Again, if folks just claim a few of them, the top bidder or the first bidder will get the ones that the bases are in a little better condition. But usually that's accepted when it comes to these. Sometimes folks put a little bit of electrical tape or flower arrangement tape on the bottom, but it's not coming undone. Like it's not going to spin loose. But I just wanted to note that. So I am not sure what kind of flowers these are. I'm not sure with these. Do you think by chance, Amy, you could help? Do you think these are daisies? I don't know.
They look like, I don't know. Sometimes those beaded flowers are.
I know.
I also they're not really the shape of a daffodil.
And each one has these little tips that you can bend.
Or a cornflower, maybe?
Daffodils? Okay. Jean says daffodils. Well,
daffodils. Okay.
Each one has the center that comes up. This is almost a jadeite style green in the center. And then you can see the beadwork is in yellow. So each bundle, I see you, Karen, in at 10. So each bundle comes with 4 of the flowers. They're all identical. And then each one also has 5 of the leaves on it. And you can see the metal in the middle. I know I had watched Karen explain, and do you think I can retain a lot of that information to learn how old they are? The only thing I can tell you is that's a very thick gauge wire, and I do believe these are on the older side. I don't think these were made. These have to be prior to the 50s. They got to be even earlier, just the way they feel and the quality, and it's all glass. So I have up to 5. Daisy Girl is in at 11. That's just the other 4 bundled together, so you guys can get the idea on how great they would look in a vase or in a little bouquet. And you can claim as many as you want. Let's count them down. We're looking for 12 or more. Daisy's in at 11, looking for 12 or more. And I have up to 5 of them that can be taken. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I did check earlier. Nothing really glows, but they are all glass, and you can feel they got a nice weight to them. And I have up to 5. So I see you're just in case, Karen. Thank you so much. And there's our bid end. Thank you so much, Mr. Gavin, sir. So Karen, I have up to 5. How many were you interested in? Here's what the 4 look like together. All clean. I gave them a light dusting. Couldn't find anything missing on any of them. I got you for 3, Karen. Thank you so much. So Daisy Girl, were you interested in the other 2 that are remaining? So Karen took 3, so that leaves me with 2. Daisy Girl, were you interested in the other 2? And that would be at your bid of 11. All right. Thank you so much. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. I have a choice round as well on micro mosaics. These are larger size micro mosaics, a tad bit larger than what I normally come across. And I have 2 different ones tonight, and they are the same size as far as the setting of the oval goes, but they're definitely very different as far as the colors in each one. And I'm very happy my camera is doing a good job focusing in on these. So they have kind of that roped goldy tone setting for both of them. And this one here I'm calling light blue, and this one I'm calling dark blue because of the inner oval. Okay, the inner oval is kind of how I'm describing them, but they have different colors in each one. This one has yellow and red kind of scallops that go around the outside with some light blue, dark blue, and then pinks, oranges, whites, yellows for the middle on that one. And this one has orange and green scallops and a little bit of blue, and then kind of similar colored flowers for the center. There's no missing. These are tiny itty bitty glass tiles that are all hand cut, hand set in there. There's no missing tiles on either one of them. I would go completely cross-eyed if I were trying to make one of these. They still make these micro mosaics in Italy today. Sometimes these are stamped Italy on the back, sometimes they are not. Neither one of these have a stamping on the back side. They both have just kind of like a safety pin. It's not a safety closure. It's kind of like a safety pin head, if you will. So you kind of push in and push out to do the closure on the back side. There's no like patina or anything on either one of these. They're fantastic condition. They're very, very nice condition. And they're larger ones, much larger than I normally come across. They are, let me find this, 1.5 inches long and then 1.25 inches tall. Okay, so that's the size in there. Definitely, and they do have a little bit of weight to them as well. So very, very cool. I love micro mosaics. They fascinate me. Just the amount of work that goes into making these is amazing. All right, Pole Pop, I see you at 24. Thank you so much. This is for choice, and we are going to do a countdown. So choice, this one's going to be light blue, and this one is going to be dark blue. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Those colors, Amy, they're really good. They're different.
Really good, yeah. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, Pole Pop, which one would you like? Or you could definitely take both if you're interested in both. Just let me know down in the chat, and I can watch and get Jason started. Thank you so much.
All right, I have a piece of glass tonight, and it's going to start at $20. They're taking both of them, Amy.
Okay, you got it. Thank you.
All right, $20. Y'all know that this is craze, just like fairy lamps are back, so are the hen on the nest. But I have a bunny on the nest, okay? And this is made by the Indiana Glass Company. Yes, it is clear, but what is great about the clear glass is you can turn it into whatever color you want. So you could fill this guy with multiple colored jelly beans. You could fill it with just some colored grass that would make him fit into your decor, whatever you want him, whatever color you want him to be. But I thought that this would be really fun if you filled it up with Easter grass, maybe put some multiple colored eggs in there. Thank you, KP. Now, before I show you the details, what I loved about these hen on the nest, especially when they're clear, now you're going to want to do a better job of hiding the candle. But these turn into fairy lights. You go ahead and you pop that candle in there. Yes, it's not giving the full effect because it's so bright here in my room, but you go ahead and you pop one of those little candles in there, maybe multicolor, and then these hen on or bunny on the nest turn into little fairy lights. So the fun detail on this one is that the ears are where you're supposed to place your fingers to lift the top off. You know, sometimes those hens, you don't know where to grab them. The bunny, that's what the ears, they're slicked back here so you can grab them to pick them up. You can see the really great detail there on the bunny's face. Of course, great for Easter time, which is coming early this year, or you can leave him out, of course, all year round. There's absolutely no chips to the piece whatsoever. There's no sickness to it, meaning it's never been in a dishwasher. There's no issues. It's like it was never used. So again, it's made by Indiana Glass. They did use the same base on the bunny on the nest as you get with a hen. So of course it's identical with the beadwork all the way around. Usually when it's Indiana, there's no real markings on it. So really, really fun piece heading into Easter or all year round. So the quick dimensions on it, he is about 4.5 inches tall. So about 4.5 inches tall, and he's about 7 inches wide. So again, I'll just show you the detail. You can see right here is his eye. You can see the detail there to the nose. And what I love is look at the bunny butt. Look at that little tail.
He's got a tail.
Bunny. So, and again, whatever color you guys want to turn this into, you can. So for lack of a better, you think I would have had Easter grass on hand. You take this in here, you can put that in there. You can turn it literally into any color you want. So if you do pinks or purples for Easter, put some of that colored Easter grass in there and you're good to go. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 21 or more, and we are doing, just in case for active bidders, Indiana Glass. I think this is probably 70s or 80s to the best of my knowledge. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Sharon, I have seen a cat one. I've seen a cat on the nest.
Yeah, cat on nest.
I'm trying to think of what other ones I've seen. I've seen the duck on a nest, bunny on the nest. Thank you, KP. Congratulations.
I think there's a dog. Didn't Westmoreland make a dog?
I feel like, yeah, they did. And some of those, but they don't have the same sculpt. But yes, they did a dog and a lion and some of those other animals too.
Right.
So thank you so much, KP. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay. All right. My next round is going to start at 28. I haven't had a set of these in quite a while. And I love these, especially if they're in the original box. That if I like to pick these up more if they're in the original box, because that means that the paint is really good on them and they were just protected from getting broken or chipped. And I love these little Bisque babes. They are so very cute. And they are in their original box. I should have taken the lid off to begin with, but hang on a second. It's really on there. There we go. So it's a kind of like green and red flower paper box. There is a little bit of wear to the lid of the box, but this is the lid. And here is the base. All right. So they're made in Japan, little Bisque babies. All right. I'm going to take them out one by one. And the box of them, they are about 2¼ inches tall. And they're all different. And they're all painted a little different and doing a little bit different activity. It looks like she has, to me, it looks like she has maybe like a little toy duck or something in her hand. Blue and red painted. All right. And they're always stamped somewhere on the backside, Japan, on these little Bisque babes. And then they're hollow poured into the mold. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, let me get her out of here. She is holding on to a little tiny puppy dog. A little tiny puppy dog in her. Looks maybe like she has a tummy ache or something. She doesn't feel the best. And some of this paint will fluoresce under black light as well. Usually it's the pink or the greens on these that are neon. Dana, I see you. Hey, Dana. Good to see you. Thank you so much. And here's a little dapper fellow. It looks like he's carrying his books off to school. Little pops of pink and red. And this one has a little bit of silk ribbon tied around the top of his little hat there. And there's two more to look at. And we have this one here. She's got a little kind of silk bow in her hair. She's holding a flower in her little skirt. There is the back of her. And here is the last one. This one is also holding a little flower, and she's got more like a little cloche hat on with a little silk applied to the hat, and holding a little bouquet. Also very cute. All really nice shape, nice and clean, no chipping. I'll try and get them back in their little holders there. And there's a little cardboard divider in the box to just kind of keep them separated in there. Go back to your home. All right, there we go. They're all in there, nice and snug. All right, hello, Lisa. I see you. Thank you so much. So here is the lid to the box, and the babies are 2 1/4 inches tall. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That's a little gang of penny dolls coming at you right there.
It certainly is.
Instant collection.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thanks so much, Karen. All right, at the end there, I saw Lisa had a high bid of 35, but Miss Dana put in a just in case. So Dana, they're coming to you for 36. Thank you so much.
All right, $20, Amy. And again, I'm leaning towards spring and vibrant pastel colors, things like that. She would look great on your dresser. She would look really nice just in a display. Usually when I find these, they always have a lot of damage to them, chips or head repairs. This one has nothing. This one is in beautiful condition. This is a Joseph original. And Amy, I am going to lean on you for a minute. It is when it does it have the seed? Is that
That's a Joseph California? Joseph
So
California stamp. Yep.
So this is one of the older ones, and I am pretty good at catching them with the eye. The eyes are a little different on the older California ones. So she is a pin or a ring dish or a little catch-all, maybe a little gum catcher if you want her to be. She is in this gorgeous turquoise color, as you can see. There's no damage to the rosettes. I love the way they made the spaghetti on these. It's very thick spaghetti with some gold. Laura, thank you. I see you're 20, so we're looking for 21 or more. Hello, Catworm. Good to see you.
Catworm.
I love the California version of the spaghetti. It's very dense, and the gold is very metallic-y. You can see there's not even any real crazing to the piece. There's no nips to the hair whatsoever. You know, sometimes these get little flea bites, and she's just in gorgeous condition. No issues there at the waist. They even have the metallic painted for her belt. So that's her belt right here. Detail on her collar in the back. And again, she could even be a little tea bag holder if you wanted her to be. I don't know that I would use her much. I would just keep her on display. And she is the gorgeous blue turquoise color. I'm trying to get it out of the light so you can see. So it's not green. It's not seafoam green. It's definitely a baby turquoisey kind of blue. And she is marked on the bottom, not with a sticker, but she's marked on the bottom, the Joseph original from California. So the quick dimensions on her, the way she sits from the little ponytail to the bottom, she's about 2 3/4. And then at the width, she is just about 4 inches wide. So we're in with Laura at 23. We're looking for 24 or more. And right now I couldn't find any other ones online, but I do know that usually if they came in this colorway, if you wanted to add like a pink one, I'm sure they had a seafoam green one, a white one, probably a multitude of other colors, but I don't know that she was ever used. So let's count her down, 24 or more on the Joseph Original California, no damage, pin, ring, catch-all, small little dish. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, you know, we find the little figurines, but this is the little girl kind of sitting down with her dress flowing out. So it turns it into one of these fun little dishes. I didn't even have to do much cleaning to it. The person who had it took very good care of it. So there's our bid end. Catworm had a just in case of 27, but Laura had a just in case of 60. So for 28, friend, it's coming to you. Thank you both so much. Congratulations.
I just got a little, I don't know if it's the same one that matches that dish, but I just got a Joseph California little figurine that is dressed the same with the same spaghetti and rhinestones and everything. I don't know if she goes with that pin dish or not, but she'll be coming later at another sale. I got some great Joseph originals to bring at some later sales. All right. I have a choice of oversized Valentine cards. And these were ones that I brought back from me from the road trip that we were just on. And I don't know. I don't know what state these came from. But this is the first one. And they're going to start choice of 18 because these are very large, oversized, great condition. This one's a Gibson card. It is stamped here on the back. And it is signed from Grandma and Grandpa Willie. How cute is that? And she's got a little applied feather up in her cap. So very cute. And then she is flocked. So all of her little fur peeking out is flocked. She is adorable. I've never seen this one before. Nope. And it does have the easel back on it, so it can stand on its own. You don't need a flower frog for that one. And let me see. Where's my measurements for this one? This one, oh, see, I measured it, but I didn't write it down. That's what happened. This one is 10 by 7 on this one. And then the other one I have is, I've never seen this one either. This one's a little bit larger when it's fully outstretched. This one is 12 by 8. And they're both cats. This one is fantastic. I love this one.
Oh, good.
And it's mechanical, so his little legs, you could either have it like kind of like he's sitting or like he's standing. So very, very cute on this one. Meow, meow. This one does have a little kind of curl to this ear, although it's not fully bent, but it is a little curled right there. It says, "I'll always pursue you, my Valentine." Oh, so cute. This one is signed on the back side.
You're killing me, Amy. These are good.
To Leah Dell from Evelyn is what it says on the back side. So this one is just a little bit, it does kind of look like Parmesan.
It does. It does.
It does look like Parmesan. But there are the two together. Very large, nice condition, oversized. This one here is definitely a little bit older, probably from the late 40s. On this one, maybe this one is 40s as well. Just based on the styling of this one. This one's a little bit thinner cardboard. This one's a little bit thicker, but I think they're just so very cute. Yeah, the play on words. And this one says, the flocked one says, "For a sweetheart granddaughter on Valentine's Day." That's the one that one says. But I will go ahead and bring those back at the recap.
And then they both turn into die cut. They're not just cards. They're actually just die cut. All right. I want to show something first, so I'll wait for the lag. Maybe someone is still interested. I do want to show, before I give a price on these salt and pepper shakers, there is a condition issue, okay? So there was and there is a little chip up there in the corner, okay? So to the best of our ability, Tina did circle out a little bit some black. So you just got a little chip then left, just a tiny little chip up here in the ear. So a lot of times these come to the market and they have two blue ones or they have two of the same color ones. They're not meant to be together. So you have that condition issue, okay? Other than that, they're in perfect condition. It is a higher start price. You can do the research if you want to fact check me, but these are going to start at $65 if anybody is interested. And that's a really good deal on these kitschy polka dot bear shakers made by PY. The only condition issue is the corner to the ear on the blue one. They do not have stoppers. There is almost no crazing on them, and they are just phenomenal and kitsch-tastic. So $65 if anybody's interested. It'll give you an opportunity to add these to your collection at a fraction of what they're selling for other places. So let me show them to you up close. I showed you the ear on the blue one. This one is the little divided in half one, like almost little stitch work. You know, half of him is pink, half of him is in seafoam green. You can see the periwinkle little polka dots, the gorgeous yummy yellow bow, those PY eyes that I think we all love, whether it's an anthropomorphic animal or if it's an anthropomorphic flower, and it's in really, really good condition. This is your 3-hole. So that's your 3-hole right there. It is marked Japan on the bottom. In that blue, usually they're PY. At least that's my experience with these. And you can see it doesn't have its hole. So super good condition. Measures just about 3.5 inches tall. So there is your 3-hole shaker. And then this is your 2-hole shaker. And he is in a very turquoisey style blue with the polka dots. He has like almost a burgundy pink style bow on him. And just note the way the chip is and the way it looks, it almost looks like it's just missing some of the glaze on it, but there is a chip. So
I've never even seen these out in the wild anywhere. Never seen these.
We don't even have these in our collection. I was very excited that I was able to acquire a collection of salt and pepper shakers, and I kept the birds for myself, which I put on my Instagram last week. But now I have to sell some of them from the collection. So these are going to be the first ones we're going to offer. So you guys can fact check me. You can even take an image search if you want. $65 is a doggone good price for these versus what they're bringing on some of the other places that you could purchase them at. I guess that's a nice way of putting it. So one more time, really quick. These are PY. They're probably from the 1950s. He is your 2-hole. You can see there is that little chip. We did round out the black a little bit just so it wasn't so obvious, okay? They don't have their stoppers, which is not, I think, a deal breaker. I do believe these would have had corks back in the day. You can see how glossy they are. It's not like they sat in a greasy kitchen, you know, because sometimes if they're in a greasy kitchen, they get that weird, you know, haze on them and you try to clean it off and it stains the porcelain. And this one has no damage whatsoever. And a lot of times, if you were going to pay $65 for these, somebody has 2 identical ones together, which is not a true set. So I think it was the other year, I was even saying to Tina as I was getting ready for tonight's sale, I said last year, or maybe it was last year, I found 2 kitschy PY shakers that were identical, and I did them as choice. And when you added it up, the folks were willing to pay more on choice on identical single shakers than what I'm offering a true set at. So that's my sales pitch on it. So $65, and we will bring these guys back during the recap. Thank you for letting me show them to you.
All those PY bear shakers. The one was with the honey pots, the tall circus bears. They're like, yeah, really all difficult to find.
Yep.
All right, my next round is a Valentine round. I just found both of these at separate times over our little road trip, and I don't think I've ever had these. These are Rosbro little candy containers, and they're hard plastic. And usually these, if I do see any of these, they're just by themselves. But I did find them different times, different states probably. But I just felt like they needed to go together. They needed to be together for Valentine's Day. And they are, I will clean this one. I did lightly surface clean this one. I just didn't get in the crevasse right there. I will do a little bit better job cleaning her dress, but there's no cracking to either one. So they would have come with a little kind of plastic wrapped little pellet kind of candy tucked down in there originally. And I really like these. I just usually don't come across these. If I come across Rosbro candy containers, most likely they're Easter or Halloween if I see any. But the Valentine ones, I don't know why. The Rosbro plastic Valentine pieces are just very difficult to find. But yes, the little boy in his little striped pants, and they're pretty highly detailed in their molding. He does have a little bit of glue residue right in there. So they were 2 separate pieces glued together, and that just kind of discolors over time. That's pretty typical. But his little heart says, "Be mine," and then hers says, "To my love." You could totally stick little tiny flowers in there, or little tiny candies. Probably some lollipops would, stick out of there, or those old-fashioned kind of candy sticks would work great in those as well. And then they're just kind of plain, they're just plain white plastic here on the back side. But made by Rosbro, Rosen Candy Company, produced these. All right, and measurement for them, they are 3. The boy's a little bit taller. He's 3 3/4, and she is 3 1/2, and they're from the 1950s. They are quite the jazzy pair. Yes, they are. You can just picture him singing. He reminds me of like a singing telegram. That's what he reminds me of. All right, let's count them down. Caroline's got the high bid at 31. Lisa was in there as well. We're looking for 32 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it.
They are, Lisa. She says they're quite a jazzy pair. They are.
Yeah, they are.
And I never see them together. It's always 2 guys or 2 girls.
Well, I paired them back together because I found them totally at separate times, but I was happy to reunite them. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, at the end there, I saw MJ, hey MJ, pop in there with a 33. Lisa had a just in case of 37, but Miss Caroline had a just in case of 62. So for 38, Caroline, the pair is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, $15 choice. I got to branch out, guys. I'm tired of bringing the same things. So I'm going to try something different and see if you guys are interested. In my experience in this world, folks collect cocoa tins and they go nuts over them. So these are 2 early cocoa tins. Somebody who had them prior to me did get them wrapped in cellophane, which preserved them. You can take the cellophane off if you want, but I kind of like it on because the Princess Cocoa one, which is extremely early, has a paper label, and the Dutch cocoa tin, I think might have a paper label on it, but I really feel like it's a litho tin, but they still had it cellophane nonetheless. So for some reason, just like marshmallow tins, cocoa tins are very collectible. Folks look for certain years, look for certain brands, and these are 2 unique ones. The reason why I'm offering these is I know a lot of our folks that come to our sales. Renee, I see you're 15. They like to decorate, and these make great risers. So this is your first one. So we're looking for 16 or more. This is the Princess Company. This is a tin. So it is the original tin, but it has a paper label on it. So you can see there is some discoloration to it, but this is old. I believe in the research I did, this is probably 1920s. So this is a 1920s, which cocoa was very expensive then, cocoa to cook with. And it looks like it was distributed by American store companies in Philadelphia, and the contents of it was 1 pound. So this measures just about 5 inches tall by about 4 inches in diameter. So again, it is a tin can with its original label. It gives you all the great details. So Princess, it says, is a high-grade cocoa manufactured from fine cocoa beans. It is free from, I can't make that out, and has the recommended mendation. And it's recommended, they hyphenated, recommended, and it's recommended from physicians throughout the country as suitable for tea. It's a great substitute for tea or for coffee. So sorry, some of that had stains over it. You have to forgive me. So, and then the directions on the side, a small spoonful of Princess Cocoa to each teacup and a like quantity of sugar. Add a like quantity of sugar and just enough hot water to form a paste. Pour in boiling milk or half milk and water to get the best results. Allow it to boil about 3 minutes. So that's what the other side looks like. Again, I'm here for it. When it comes to advertising, you can't reproduce that. And then that's what the front side looks like. So that's your Princess one. Then if you guys remember the old Dutch cocoa, here is one of these fun tins. You have both the Dutch lad over here. You can see there is some scuffing to it. You have the little Dutch girl over here. Colors on this are very vibrant. This one is out of Philadelphia as well, distributed by the same company. When they bought it, look at that. They paid $68 for it. And they vacuum sealed over the price tag. Here is what the back looks like. And this one here measures just about 4.5 inches tall by about 4 inches wide. So then you can see all the great details there. Okay. I think these make great risers. And again, in my area, it was a big thing back in the day. Hello, Heather. Good to see you. It was a big deal to get these vacuum sealed there was somebody in the region that did it, and it seemed like when folks collected this advertising, they did that. I'm kind of happy they did. So Renee's holding it at 15. We're looking for 16 or more, and you'll claim either Princess or Dutch. And I think they look pretty neat together, especially with the blues. The Dutch Cocoa one, probably 1930s, I would say. And I think the Princess is just a little bit older. So Donna's in at 17. Joe is in at 18. Again, guys, just like the marshmallow tins, these cocoa tins had and still have their moment of collectability. And these are two that I think are really unique. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on them. If you're an active bidder, you can use it just in case. Renee is back in at 20. Thank you so much. So now we're looking for 21 or more, and let's count it down. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, I believe the Princess one is from the 1920s, the late 20s. And then the Dutch one is probably into that later 30s, maybe just probably before World War II, somewhere in that Depression era of the 30s. So I see Joe's just in case right before our bid end. So Joe, sir, for 21, you get first choice. Let me know if you wanted the Princess or the Dutch. Renee, you'll have backup at 20. Joe, they're both yours, sir. Good choice, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Bug, I saw your message. No worries. No worries at all. All right, I have a pair of items up next. And hello, Heather. I saw you pop in there. So a pair of items, meaning I found a Valentine and it's coming with it because I think they look cute. Meow meow. So there's the pairing. Okay. But first off, this is a Marks Carl original, made in Germany. Does have this little ear tag up here. So if you ever see that little green and red tag with a monkey on it, that is a Max Carl. Sorry, not Marks. Max Carl, made in Germany, little critter. And this is a little wind-up cat. Now he does work. He's just a little slow. You know, we're all a little slow, right? A little slow. He does work. He just has to. You just have to let him do his thing. He's got little plastic eyes, all right, and he's got kind of a little harder plastic nose. Little derpy tongue poking out. That's his little original ribbon. Okay. And he's kind of like a calico cat. He's got different kind of little spots all over his little body. And his arm moves and his little head moves. So let's wind him up and see what he does. Usually the more that you wind him, the little bit better that he does. And then as he winds down, he just kind of
I think we all do that. Don't we all do that, Amy?
So we'll see. There he goes.
He's like, oh,
so
right.
I don't have a super level surface, but his little legs move back and forth, and then his little head kind of cocks back and forth. I don't know if you're seeing that, but his little head moves back and forth.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It kind of moves around from side to side, but his legs do move. It's better on the floor or a much flatter surface than what I'm showing you, but he does work if you wind him up. I just don't overwind him. That's what I would say. That's why a lot of these don't work, is that they get overwound. But there you can see his little feeties. So there he goes.
He's clean.
But overall, he's really good shape. I think he's really good shape for his age. This dates to the 50s. This one did. And earlier ones will have glass eyes, that sort of thing. And then they switch. There's a little bit of wear and age to the little winder here, which is metal on the side. And then, of course, you have to get a cute little Valentine to go with
Adorable.
It. I thought that cat looked really cute with this one. And this one does say, to my Valentine, no kitten. You're perfect for me. Oh. There's that pun again. And this one was to Colleen from Linda. I think that's cute. I think they're cute together. But we'll bring those back. We'll bring them back to the recap. We'll get Jason going.
I want to show a disclaimer before, and it'll let the lag level out here. This had two little nips on it in the black region. Tina touched them up. One of them, I don't know where it was. I can't find it, but I can show you where the other one was that she touched up. So You can see we, rather than it just be white and get dirty, you know, we covered it up. So it's right here, but it was at a perfect spot right there where the black was. You can feel it, but you really can't see it, okay? Now, this is made by Norcrest, and they did 2 versions. They did one with a little bit of luster kick to it and one without. This one has the luster kick. Other than those 2 conditions, this is going to start at just $65 if anyone's interested. So $65 on the Norcrest Bluebirds. This is considered a planter. There is some of the sticky floral stuff in the bottom. I didn't get a chance to take it out. Hello, Nettie. Good to see you guys. I am going to let that in there. So the next owner, it's easy to get out. But just note that's in there. But other than that, it's in very good condition. Usually these flowers are busted and missing a petal, or some of the leaves are. There's no condition issues whatsoever. And again, heading into the warmer time of the year in spring, I think bluebirds are good all year, but this is definitely going to look good heading into your spring and Easter. So you have mama bird here or daddy bird and 2 little babies. Let's get up close here. 65 to start if anyone's interested. Let's get up here so you can see the great details on the eyes, the eyelashes. You got the 2 little baby birds begging probably for some food. Here you can see the condition on it. It is very, very nice. All the way around here, no chips to the nest at all. What I'm very happy to show is that it still has its Norcrest sticker on the bottom. So, and again, this is a great figurine. It doesn't have to really be used for anything else but a figurine, but I think its intended purpose was supposed to be a planter. So these bluebirds pair well with all the other manufacturers, all the other companies, pardon me, that have made them. It's just about 5 inches tall by about 5 inches across. That's my rough measuring. So let me show you the little twin baby birds, if my camera wants to focus. So there you can see that it is a nest that is nestled in a tree. So those are little tree branches all the way around. Sometimes when they did the luster wear, the luster was very, very heavy, and I think it used to distort them. This one is done tastefully, so I think the blue looks very vibrant on it. There was a little spot somewhere, and I can't even feel it, on the tip of the baby birds that was touched up. I don't even know where it's at, but I can sort of show you right here on the tip of the mama bird is where Tina touched it up. But I think y'all would rather have it get to you with the black paint on it than just to have a white little speck. So again, 65 if anybody is interested. Again, these go for more. So 65 is about half of what they go for. I don't know that I need to really say that. I think you guys know that. So if you want to get something at half the price of what it is somewhere else, it's only starting at $65. So, and it's 1950s Norcrest Bluebirds. I don't even have this one in my collection. We have the bank. We have the birdhouse bank. That's about the same size. So
I've only ever found the figurine that matches that.
These are
Yeah.
These are getting so hard to find that aren't completely destroyed. And if you go to an antique mall or you go to another platform, you're going to see them probably with a 1 in front of my start price. So again, $65 if anybody is interested. I'm giving you guys an opportunity to add a Norcrest Bluebird planter to your collection. And again, you can fact check me if you want to, and you just need to know that a lot of the other platforms, they don't always state what kind of damage. So if it would be cheaper, you got to read the fine print. It's probably been damaged. And again, you can see that this has the Norcrest sticker on the bottom. These are the feet, in essence, that sort of hold it, and that's part of the tree branch. But we will sit it to the side, and we will bring it back for the recap. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm trying to bring the really good stuff like Amy does too. I got to keep up with Amy. So thank you so much.
That's a great piece to usher in the spring.
It is.
The spring weather.
It is.
Oh, please. Hello, Melinda. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us tonight. I have a tin for my next round. I've never been able to purchase one of these before. I did just get this one on our road trip, so I thought I'd bring it tonight. There is a couple different colorways and different kind of activities on these lunch pail style tins from the late 20s, early 30s time frame, but I really liked this one. This one I don't come across there's a blue and red version with kids and a dog that I see more often than this one. And they are kind of in this flower garden, and they're playing with this tomcat, which I really like. And there is wear to this tin. They always have wear to this tin. And there's some gorgeous butterflies depicted on this one too. I just love the graphics. I love everything about this tin. And it is a lunch pail style tin, and I will open it for you. But it does have the same imagery on the top lid as it has going around, and then it has the little handles, so you could carry your lunch, a little kid's lunch pail. And it does have a hinge on it. All right, I'm gonna open it up for you. There's the inside. Right.
Oh, that's in really good clean
Pretty
condition.
typical wear for tins of this era, I would say. Actually better shape than usually I see, and not really any kind of rusting. There's just, some scratching and some wear, all right, on the inside. And there is a address label here on the bottom, which I didn't want to remove that. I left that there. It was Donald's from Oil City, Pennsylvania. Do you know where that is, Jason?
Oil City, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's north of here. Yeah, that's we call that the coal region. That's up north in the coal region.
This in Indiana. This came from Indiana, so maybe he lived in Indiana at one point in time. I don't know, but makes a great riser. I actually, in my preview, I had Wishnick. I see you. Thank you so much. I had this German Valentine displayed because they had the same colors, the green, red, and black next to them. I just love that.
Can you show the mushrooms on that? I don't think you pointed out the mushrooms on that.
I didn't. So I don't know if they're poppies or mushrooms. Maybe it's a combination of both.
Oh, maybe it is.
With the butterflies, but I just love. It's kind of a combination of Nouveau and Deco, kind of mishmash together, and I'm here for it, and I love it. And I also kind of like it because it's Christmas colored. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Measurement for this is 7 1/4 by 4 by 5. Okay, so that is the measurement there for it. So there is paint scratching, there's paint wear, and that's pretty typical for this kind of thing. I always see them. They're not shiny and brand new. I very rarely see them in like near mint condition, if I will, because they were used. They carried their lunches in these. All right. So Wishnick is in at 28. So we're looking for 29 or more on the awesome tin. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And of course, you can take that off if you don't want the label on there. I just thought it was fun. All right, Wishnick, I see you're just in case. Thank you so much. And there is the bid and from Karen. All right, Wishnick, you didn't need your just in case. It is yours for 28. And remind me if you've sent your information before. I just can't remember. But if it's your first purchase, congratulations. Make sure you send me your information. Thank you so very much.
Yep. Amy, I'm going to need your help with this one, but it's going to start at $28. So I'm going to need your help. I have a butterfly here tonight. Can you help me pronounce the company that this is?
Yes, it is Nippon Yoko Boki, Boeki.
Thank you, because I can never say it, and I appreciate it. I know what the label is, but I can never say it. So, yes, our butterfly friend is an angel, and it is playing an accordion.
Oh my gosh, she's cute.
But I have never seen this style figurine before, and heading into spring and into summer, I think this angel playing the accordion, who is a butterfly, would be gorgeous in your displays. So $28. That company seems to be a harder to find company and a very collectible kitsch company. So let's start with the face. The face is in very good condition. There's no discoloration. It has its halo. There's no damage to the halo whatsoever. And John, I forgot to say hello to you, sir. Hello, John. Hey, John's here. And you can see the butterfly wings on there. I love the open holes there. And again, it's not your run-of-the-mill angel. It's a butterfly. There is a little bit of discoloration here, as you can see. Maybe that was from storage. But other than that, no real condition issue. And I think this would look really fantastic in your fairy garden. Maybe mix in some pixies. If you have some more of these butterfly figurines, I know Amy's had some fantastic ones throughout the years. And they just add a whimsy of touch to your decor that you're decorating with. So I do believe this is 1950s. Again, it is a butterfly. It's not just an angel, but it's an angel butterfly. It measures about 5.5 inches tall. So 5.5 inches tall, and it is roughly about 2.5 inches wide with absolutely no damage whatsoever. I was going to save this a little more into the spring or summer, but I need things that remind me of warmer days. So I thought maybe you guys did too. So again, it's a small child. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a little boy or a little girl. It could be probably whatever you want it to be with the blue eyes.
I love the wings on her.
Singing and playing. Amy, I know you find a lot of these style fairy or butterflies. Have you ever
I've never seen one like that. Never.
I couldn't find any examples of this one online anywhere. And some of the ones that are kind of close were a lot more than $28. So $28 if anybody is interested on it. Again, it measures about 5.5 inches tall. Can you help me say the name one more time, the manufacturer?
Nippon, which just means Japan.
Right.
Yoko, like Yoko Ono, but
right.
Yoko Boki.
Boki. Yoki.
Yeah.
I always want to say Yoki Boki. I always want to say that. So 28. Again, if anyone's interested, and we're going to keep it moving. No one likes my ceramic kitsch tonight, but that's okay. All right.
I love her. She's fantastic.
Yoki
Boki works too, if you can't remember. It's
Yoki
close.
Boki.
It's close enough.
Gotcha.
Close enough. She's amazing. Wait, she must have come from the epic estate of accordion players.
Accordions. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. Yep.
Some of those accordion players, like a lot of those that you have brought, I have never seen before.
I know. That person collected some obscure ones.
All right. I have a pairing up next, and it is a little silk heart pillow pincushion, and I have paired it with this rhinestone heart brooch. And I had the brooch. I've had it for a few weeks yet. And I just got the little pincushion over the weekend. So I thought they would be cute paired together. It does have a little loop where you could hang it. You could definitely put some more brooches or jewelry or some other things, maybe some hat pins on here. Now there is a little hole in the silk right there. There's a little hole, but I didn't think that like took away from it necessarily. The rest of it is really good. It's really nice and clean and everything. And it is sweet. I don't know if somebody handmade this. I think probably they did. So let me show you the brooch. I took it off the little pillow here, and I'll put it on my jewelry clip here, and I'll show it to you. There's no manufacturing marker on it. It's just a sweet little white rhinestone brooch, and everything on here is prong set. I do believe this is probably a late 40s kind of piece based on how the construction is on the back and the style of clasp there. So it does have a safety clasp, but no maker stamp or anything like that on the back side. I just thought that was really pretty, and it's very sparkly. It is much sparklier in person than it is showing in camera. It definitely catches the natural light if you were outside. And the heart pin is 1.5 by 1.5. All right. And then the little pillow is it's just the sweetest thing. I think, like, you know, you could hang it on a nail, you could hang it. It's not quite big enough to go around a doorknob, but it's something, I don't know, it screamed, I don't know, vanity kind of thing to me. And that's what I saw when I found it. But it is silk. And then it has kind of like cotton organza almost ribbon, and then trimmed in tiny little itty bitty rickrack, which is why I think somebody sweetly made this, and I'm not sure what it's stuffed with. I can't quite figure that out, what it is stuffed with. It doesn't feel quite like cotton batting, but it's definitely not like sawdust or anything like that. But it is very kind of squishy like a pillow, all right, which makes me think that it is a pin cushion. But it does have that little tiny, right there, that little tiny hole. Oh, can I see in there? No, I can't quite see in there to see what it's stuffed with. And then the back is pretty much the same but that's why I paired the little brooch with it because I thought that it was cute. And you could totally add this. If you had some other heart pins, I think that would be a cute way to display them all on the little silk heart. Oh, the little pincushion part is 4.5 by 4.5. 4.5 by 4.5. Erin, hello, Erin, is in a 16. Thank you so much. I did not count the hanger. That's about 1.5 inches. Okay, so let's count it down. Looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Dana's in there at 17. Thank you so much. Karen's back in at 18. And there's Karen's bid end. All right. Miss Erin, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. Before I give you the start price, I have, well, first of all, I hope there's some Disney lovers that are here. I have a really fun Disney game. I really went down a rabbit hole to research that I had all the parts. It looks like there's supposed to be 12 of these wafers that have you do certain things. I only have 6 of them, okay? But I took that into consideration when I was pricing the game. This is a harder to find version of the game. So it's a Parker Brothers, and it's going to start... I did all that talk, Amy, and I don't even have myself prepared. It's going to start at $30. This is from the late 1940s. If you guys are into Disney, then you know that there were some versions of this Donald Duck party game that came out. Nowhere cool. Can you find the one that is in the red label. They came in a yellow and a white, to my knowledge, but to find this version, there is none right now available. There is some condition wear to the box. The box is older. It is from the 1940s, so you can see there is some splitting starting. But in all intents and purposes, it's still in very, very good condition. So this game is somewhere from the late. They made it multiple times, but I believe this version is from the very late 40s, like maybe 48 into the very early 1950s. So it is licensed by Disney. So it is licensed and copyrighted, so it is okayed by Disney. I don't know if we can get, maybe that is the 1955.
1955?
They're also saying when you find it, you'll see that people are saying 1938, but that's when this game, I think, first came out, and that's also when a lot of these Disney things came to be. So a lot of times they say 38, but it's not 38. So I do believe then this one might be from 1955. But when I researched it, the way the board is in things, it gives me that late 40s into the 50s. So the bottom is still here. There is a slight little hue of basement to it, but nothing that's going to knock you off your feet. But I just want to let you know, if you're going to sniff the game board, you might get a whiff of it. But other than that, I don't think you're going to really bother you at all. So here's the phenomenal game board. Look at the graphics on here.
Oh, my gosh.
Donald Duck. So
That's
even if
so
you're not
good.
going to play the game, look how they depicted these children, kind of like the little baby rattles we've sold before.
Right.
Look at the children, and not all the game boards have that on it. So this alone, I think, even if you bought it and you just used it as decor, you get these fun graphics on it with all these like almost balloon style, almost like the baby rattle style. You know, when they used all the little beads and things to make the baby rattle. So there that is. Here is your game board. So you can open up the game board with Donald on it. And you have Donald down south. You have Donald up toward like New York City, all these other different places. And that's what you do. You lay out the game. And then, so I don't destroy everything, I have all the original Donald little pieces, and there's supposed to be a blue one. And a lot of the ones that I could find online, they were broken and not able to stay in their wafers. Mine are all in good condition. So there's your blue one. There's your green one. Again, I was hoping, I know folks had said they wanted Disney stuff from us, so I'm trying to find it. And $30 start on this. There, that was the green one. Here's your red one. Donald is in all, for the most part, all different poses. This one might have a little crease in it, but that's your yellow one. It even has the, let me get it out here. So $30 if anyone's interested. It has the original spin piece.
Oh my gosh.
So the premise of the game is, and all of the rules to the game are here on the inside. So the premise to the game is you're supposed to start with all of the pieces on different starts, north, south, east, and west. And then you're supposed to spin, and you're supposed to do whatever it says, because it's a party game. So you're supposed to do whatever it says you're supposed to do. So stand up and recite the first verse of Mary Had a Little Lamb. So it's like a party game. So you're supposed to do all those things. And then the winner ends up, whenever you get to like the finish line, then you have to pick one of these or all of them. I couldn't get the full gist of it, but then you're supposed to do whatever these say. Stand up and say the ABCs. Oh, this one's really risque. You're supposed to stand up and roar like a lion. And there's supposed to be a total 12 of these discs, but I only have 6 of them.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow. So again, it's a Donald Duck game. It's somewhere from the 40s into the 50s. The front we just saw, it says 1955 on it. You'll see some folks say that it is from 1938. That is, I think, an original copyright date of 38. This one is not from 1938. So I have all the pieces. Those wafers you can buy on eBay if you wanted to play the game. I don't think missing 6 of them is a deal breaker. That is the board.
The graphics are fantastic on that.
I think just if you're a Disney collector, for $30 to display the board open, display the board closed, and they only did this once or twice with the primary color scheme of Donald. Plus, not all of the game boards had those fun children on there. But I think if you are a Disney collector, I know folks that, collect stuff, they need some sort of a backdrop. I think that alone would make a really fun backdrop. Very 1950s, 1940s kind of font, but no interest. We'll sit it to the side. Thank you guys for letting me show it to you. And there is some wear to the box.
I don't see Disney stuff. If I do, it's in a locked case. That's where I usually see it. I don't get to touch it. I've never seen that board game either. Okay, I have a Nancy Ann Storybook doll for my next round. And she's a little bit special. She's a little different than what we normally see because her little pantaloons under here are not plain white. They match her little dress. And she, I don't have the box for her, but she is very nice and clean, nice condition. She is the 1940s composition. All right, she does have her little armband that says Nancy Ann Storybook Dolls. And she is number 120 to market or a variation. And I brought my book out tonight so I could show you some of the other variations because there's quite a few. And I don't think that this one is actually in the book. No, another variation of her is in the book with this kind of double print little outfit. And it's kind of like it's a red background with all these different kind of little colored flowers. It kind of looks like a micro mosaic. Exactly to me. Trimmed in little white rickrack, and then her little pantaloons match. Underneath, she does have a snap. Also something I don't see very often. These were a little bit later on in production that they switched from the safety pins and actually put little snaps on the back of their outfits. She is frozen body, so that just means that her little arms are the only thing that move on her. She is 5 1/4 inches tall. So not the shortest and not the smallest that you were able to get. And then she is blondie. She's a little blondie. But I wanted to show you because I think this is always interesting that there's so many different here. Both pages of these are all different variations of To Market. All different. And this one here is what I'm talking about. This is a different variation with the same little printed dress and pantaloons to match. But the one that I have is not even in here. And I'm sure that that is not all the variations at all of them, but just the ones that they were able to find to photograph. But there's literally thousands of these, and I just love them. I don't know, something about them. They're very charming to me, and they're all very cute. And her little hat, little wool felt hat and bow that is original to her as well. But we'll go ahead and bring her back. We'll get Jason going. Oh, Dana, I saw you pop in there. I was a little too quick on the draw on that one. All right, Dana, I see you. Thank you so much. Let's count her down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and to market, to buy a fat hen. All right, Melissa, I see you. Thank you so much. Right, there's Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Melissa, she is coming to you. Thank you so much. Okay, Jason.
$15, Amy, and I'm sorry about that. I had to talk to Tina about something. She just got home. So sorry I wasn't there to
no worries.
Be with you while you were selling that. So my apologies. So I have this early book. Usually these are Victorian era books. This I thought would be great for your Valentines or heading into the spring. It is Love and Sonnets. And the definition of a sonnet is like a sound, a soft sound, or a song. So this is one of these poem books. It doesn't have necessarily a print date in it. When I find these, usually they don't. I can usually date them if somebody has, signed them or given them as a gift and dated them. So $15, you can see there is some wear to it. There is some wear down here in the corner. There is some wear to the back, and there is a little bit of soiling. But I got to tell you, in all of these poem books, thank you, KP, in all these poem books, I've never found any that have these illustrations, let's call them, these depictions of Gibson, or I don't even want to say flapper, Victorian, maybe into Gibson style girls. So, and there's more in the book. So the book measures, and then we'll quickly leaf through it, about 6.5 by 5. So we're in at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. There's what the inside pages look like. So it's not falling apart. It just has a little bit of staining to it. There's your typical with the gilded or the metallic that they used around the font on the front. That's very typical for the era. Here you can see, look at these gorgeous depictions in there. How great would this look opened on a plate stand in your displays? Especially use this at Valentine's Day and leave it out through Easter. And it looks like it is the Holiday Publishing Company, Buffalo, New York, but I don't have a date, okay? So there's no pages missing. Wait till you see some of these. Look at these illustrations. I never, ever find any of these poem books with these kind of beautiful illustrations. Look at her. I want to say you could open her and she would be the lovely woman with her Easter bonnet on, okay? And then each one over here has a poem. Very lovely pieces. Some of these plates are just phenomenal. Then you open up this page here. You have the roses. Look at the script over here. Each page has a different little like poem on it. Then this here. Each page is color. I have to imagine this one would have been pretty expensive back in the day. And I probably would
all
believe,
that ink. Yeah.
I would say this is probably turn of the century, probably late 18 into. Usually these are around 19 to 1910 when I find them. And here is a repeat of the gorgeous lady on the front. I would not encourage it, but if the book did at some point start to disintegrate or fall apart, each one of these would look fantastic framed. Look at this. Look at that. Honest to God, this is one of the best ones I've ever found, especially even if you guys aren't even into the book aspect of it, if you're into those illustrations. I mean, that is just phenomenal. I mean, this was a very, very well-loved book in the aspect that you could tell somebody used this and read through it over and over again. So those were all of your pages. I don't believe that any pages are missing. It's still attached to its spine. Even if you use the front, I think it's a phenomenal book. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. KP is in at 15. We're looking for 16 or more. Just please note that there is some wear. Okay, guys, there was a little bit missing down here, but most of it's still intact. So Squirrel, I see you for 16. We're looking for 17 or more. Let's count it down just in case if you're an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Even if you scanned these graphics in and put them on a vintage style paper, how great would they look on your wall, on a gallery wall? This is never to be repeated. So
they look like they're pages out of, you know, fashion magazines from that time period.
Agreed. All right. So nobody used it just in case. There's our bid end. Squirrel, you are new to me. I'm not sure if we know who you are. If you can tell us your name, Squirrel, I appreciate your first purchase from Mother Tuckers. If you're new to me, you'll have to email me at the MTuckers. And in the event that I don't get your information, then it'll go to the backup bidder. But Squirrel, it is yours for 16. Just please let me know. Do we know you, Squirrel? We want to know you, Squirrel. Thank you for the first purchase. Definitely a kitschy animal, woodland kitschy animal. But I'm going to write you down. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, friend. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right. Congrats. Okay. We just have a couple rounds left, you guys. I have another 10. So I'm going to do that next. And this one, I'm trying to remember. I know I've had a tin very similar to this, but I don't think I've had this particular one before. And the background color of this is kind of a limey green, and then black silhouette. And the artwork on here is the original illustration for this is from an English artist, Audrey Beardsley, I believe, 1894. Was when that was first depicted, but this tin is more from the 20s, 30s era. It is a Ramsey's tin. There is a little bit of patina on the edging of the tin. There is the bottom, so no stamping to it. I just really loved that. I loved that depiction of her, and she's very, very highly detailed, all the way down to the patterning in her pants. And there's some like birds. It kind of looks like she's like lounging on a chaise almost in there. It's so good. I'll take the lid off so you can see the inside. And similar to the other tin, just has some wear. This one does have a couple tiny spots of rusting on the inside, but as long as you don't get this wet, you don't have to worry about that continuing on. And I lightly surface clean this, but I try not to scrub too hard on the litho, because if you do that, you'll take the color right off of it. So I try and be gentle cleaning these tins. This measures 4 1/4 inches in diameter and about 2 1/4 on the rise. Okay, so I see Renee and KP in there, so we're looking for 12 or more. I'm going to do a countdown: 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And most often, these are powder tins this size, usually. All right. I see a just in case from Renee, and KP is out. No worries. There is Kieran's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, so Renee is going to be my winner at 12 with that just in case. Thank you so much.
$28. And I did, $28. So I had to take a chance on this, but I've never seen one with this great of illustration on it or artwork. I believe it's from the 1930s. So $28. It has a little tarnish or discoloration to it. It is this Butler pan set, okay? It has almost this nymph style running through the woods there. You can see there by the tree.
Oh,
I
cool.
thought it was a very Nouveau style. I thought it would look good here at Valentine's Day. It kind of reminded me of like a very Nouveau Cupid running after these greyhounds. So you can see the greyhounds. You have the gorgeous gazelles, very typical 1930s style. It is marked Japan. It's in its original box still. And the Butler pan itself is a heavy tin. So it's like a hammered tin. And then the Butler brush is a very heavy metal. So there it is in its box. I think it's phenomenal, $28. Let's get up close here so you guys can see. It is marked Japan, and I do think that's back in the day marked Japan before World War II. So I think it's more of that 1930s. Look at the detail on this set. Even if you don't use it as a Butler pan, look at the girl style. I'm using different phrases. I saw nymph, I saw girl. I think it's more archery, of course, you know, with the greyhounds that are running. But I thought this would look really fun in like a Valentine's if you said that was like your Cupid or your cherub or something like that. What do you think, Amy? What do you see?
I see archer. To me, I see archer.
I do too. But I mean, could you
like
see,
like he's you know, he's shot his arrow and hit something, and then the dogs and him are running after. That's what it looks like to me.
But I also see, when I was asking, is I think it would look really fun if you did pull it as a stretch to use in like a Valentine's Day. I agree. You're exactly right. That's what it is. But I was thinking that might look good. And it's something I don't find these. And yes, Helen, too fancy for my Butler. But again, these make beautiful display pieces. You can display them in your dining room. You can display them and use them. You can use them still. So I polished it a little bit, but I'm going to let the new owner polish it even more if they want to. The black on it is phenomenal. I'm not sure. I guess they are leaping deer. I also saw leaping gazelles up top there. And roughly the pan here measures about 7 by 5.5, 7 by 5.5. And this is a very, very heavy, I said tin. It's more of a heavy metal. It's more of like a metal style tin. And I do believe it's from the 1930s in its original display box. So then here you have the dustpan. Here you have the broom itself. Again, with the style gazelle, maybe the deer on it. And you can see how very deco it looks. I just thought it kind of pulled everything that I was offering tonight. Half of it was style kitsch. Half of it was very, 20s and 30s. And I thought that would look really great in somebody's display. So those of you that aren't familiar what for a crumb pan or a dustpan is that back in the day when the table got dirty because folks were eating, you could then dust the crumbs off the table and clear the table. And a lot of times the elite that had such thing usually had a butler or a maid who would do it for them. So here is what remains of the original box with the original silk lining to it. I do believe it's like a silk lining. So, and I thought it would display beautifully in its original box or take it out and use it. But we will recap it and I'll bring it back. Over to you, Amy.
I like that it's got its original box.
I think the graphics on it are phenomenal.
That is a really fancy crumb catcher.
It is.
They're just usually plain. They're usually just plain silver. To me, the ones that I see. All right, I have similar to Jason's little place card, ladies, that he had way earlier in the sale by Buzza. I also have a Buzza product tonight, but mine is a monograph. I haven't brought a monograph. Usually Jason is the one that brings the monographs, but I did get this one on our trip. Mainly because I liked the imagery in it, kind of for Valentine's Day, but I also liked the little saying that was in there. And it is going to start at $10, and it is in its original frame. It has kind of a like a goldy wash of paint and then a little bit of blue on the inlays of that frame, but that is the original frame that would have come in. And really tiny down there, it says a Buzza motto 1928 down there. And it's pretty nice condition for its age. These were kind of earlier versions of greeting cards, if you will. You would usually purchase these and gift them instead of a greeting card. And they did produce these up several different years up into the 40s. And I don't know if they continued into the 50s or not, but then eventually they just kind of fizzled out. But I just really love a monograph. Jason gave me a really cool one a few years ago. I just really like them. And it is just kind of nailed in place on the back. It does still have its little original hanger here, just a little simple metal loop on the back. And so very colorful on this one. And pops of gold inking on here. Inking in gold is a little bit more expensive than some of the other colors in here, but ain't the roses sweet? This world that we're living in is mighty hard to beat. You get a thorn with every rose, but ain't the roses sweet? I just really like that one. It does measure, where is it? 6.5 by 4.5 is the size there. All right. And Squirrel, I did get your email. Thank you for sending your information.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. I did too.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Squirrel's in at 11. Thank you so much. We're looking for 12 or more. Sorry for that glare. We're going to do a countdown, and it is glass in here as well. Let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Jason, do you see Joe's comment?
Yeah, I do. I'll in my round, I'll answer.
Okay. All right, KP is back in at 12. Squirrel's in at 13. And there is Karen's bid end. All right. Well, Squirrel Friend, you are my winner at 13. Congratulations. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Joe. I think Joe just confirmed you are claiming the Butler pan, and Joe is correct. It is a stag. I did a quick Google.
Oh, okay. Based on the antler count.
If it was well, that's not the antler count. It's the fact that a gazelle has 2 horns. They just have 2 horns coming out, so it does have 2.
Okay.
But because this has multiple antlers coming out of the horns, it is a stag deer. So Joe is correct. So Joe, just confirm that you did want it, friend, and you can have it. In the meantime, $20 choice. In the meantime, $20 choice. I learned something new. Tonight. I didn't know. But I think, Amy, if you can just help with the lag, do you think Joe, okay, he is claiming it.
Yes, yes.
Joe. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate you. So let me sit that here before I get mixed up. $20 choice, and it's going to be choice on lipstick holders to go with to tie my items in tonight. These are both made in Japan. I offered you guys a pin dish, a ring dish, and I have 2 different variations. I have a young girl and an older girl. So they're both made in Japan. They're both pink, $20 choice with no damage. And let's start with the small one. The small one is marked Japan here on the bottom, made of ceramic. You can put other things in here if you want to, but I do believe these were meant to hold your lipstick. So a sweet little girl here in her pink little dress with some roses in her hand. She has a little bouquet of flowers. There's no issues with the neck, no separation, no damage. And the small one here is just made in Japan. I don't know a specific manufacturer. And let me get you in there so you can see how sweet her face is. They did give her little eyelashes, and these are really fun. They can hold things from your lipstick to your chapstick. Maybe you have little other pieces of different makeup you want to put in it. You could even use it to hold other things, maybe smaller pens or pencils. But these are kind of fun, and these are fun to gift young individuals. So she measures, that are going to use it here in the future. 4 inches tall by about 4¼ inches wide on her. Then I have more of her teenage sister version, and she sort of has a very kind of Victorian look to her, but also a soft 1950s sort of look with the black polka dots. You could put different style things in here, but again, I believe it's a lipstick holder. You could put more perfume bottles in here if you wanted to. Like, imagine if you had Amy's little perfume bottle of the little girl. If you had 3 of them, how fun would that look, popping the 3 little girls in down there? She is made by Chadwick. She is a Chadwick. So she's made by Chadwick. The other one, I don't know the manufacturer, so she's a Chadwick. And again, no chips or cracks, little to no crazing. And these are fun too. You could, there was a fuzz in there. You could slip rings around her hand if you wanted to. So she could hold different pieces of jewelry. You could slide little rings around her hand. So usually when I find these, there's been some sort of damage or repair to them. There's none. Both of these could technically fall into your ponytail girl collection. And she is 6 inches tall, 4 inches wide. And she is made by the Chadwick Company. So let me sit her there, and let me sit her sister here. They came from the same estate. I sort of believe that the person who had them kind of liked having one that was like maybe more of a young girl and more of an older teenage girl. But I'm not seeing any interest, and that's okay. We'll bring them back in the recap. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. We have one more round, you guys, and then we will go into our recap. All right. My last round's going to start. No, I put the wrong thing in. Oh, wrong. My last round's going to start at 8. There we go. My last round's going to start at 8. I do have a book tonight. Now, this book, I've had a different version of this, not this particular one, but I have had a different version of this. This is the older version. I've had the more newer, updated version that doesn't have this comb binding. There is some wear to this book, but the fact that the eyeball is there, usually it is the eyeball that is missing with this book. The couple times that I've actually seen this version, it is from 1941. All right. And it's the bright-eyed book. The cat on the cover is absolutely adorable. And if you turn it to the back, here is the cat graphic again. So there is some wear to the corners. There's some wear back here. This was how I found it. And that's what the kitty's eye would look like without the little Google. But that is like a metal inserted little googly eye. And it travels throughout the book. And I will go ahead and go in here. So there's different critters as we go through. Look at that bird and his britches. The eyeball travels through the book and aligns with different animals in here. There's the copyright of 1941. It is illustrated by Milo Winter. I do enjoy his illustrations. I've had a few other books by Milo over the years. Oh, let me get caught up on the chat. Minx and MJ, I see you both. Thank you so much. There is some wear to a couple of the pages in here, and I will show that to you. So then we have the next one. It's a little precarious to move the pages. Hang on. There we go. So the middle couple pages are a little loose at the comb. You can see it right in there. They're a little loose. Okay. The next one is a fish. Look at that jumping fish. Fishy eats a fly, gulps it down, and rolls his eye. Love that. That would be really cool if you had like some mermaids or something. And the next one are puppy dogs. There's the little Mr. and Mrs. Puppy Dog. How cute are they? Bow wow, bow wow. Puppy's eyes are rolling now. And there's one more in here. I think there's one more. There might be 2. Oh, there's 2. I'm wrong. So this one here is the most separated. It's just hanging on by a couple, so I'm going to be gentle with this. But look at this owl. I love that owl and that moon.
The moon.
So good. So good. Very cool, like kind of backdrop for fall, I think. Just a hoot owl in a tree staring at the moon or me. And then there's one more page. And it's a squirrel. It's a squirrel. Look. And he's got a big old acorn getting ready to take a big old chop out of it. Baby squirrels are hungry, but here comes mother with a nut. I love that. And that is the backer. There's no more pages after that. So I think it's fun. I love these kind of books that have like the little element that kind of travels through. I think they're fun. And measurement for the book before we count it down, it's 8.5 by 12, again from 1941. Okay, so you can see there's definitely wear on the corners and everything. I couldn't leave it behind. I couldn't. All right, there is the high bid at 10 with Minx. So we are looking for 11 or more, and I'm going to do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beaded. Those little saddle shoes, they're killing me.
Usually the eyes are yellowed. If I ever see this book, the googly eye is yellow.
It's googly.
That's a hell of a googly eye.
All right, MJ, I see her just in case. Thank you so much. And there's the googly eye bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. At the end there, Minx had a 15, but MJ did have a just in case. So MJ, it is yours for 16. Thank you so much.
$10. And I got T for 2. I thought these graphics were very kitschy. I'm sure there were more pieces to this set, but I only have 2. Oh. I only have 2 of the teacups and 2 of the 2 plates. So I'm sure there's some pieces that are missing, but I was hoping that some of our kitschy loving friends would enjoy the graphics on here. So $10 on the porcelain. I'm going to say porcelain. On the porcelain little tea set. This is a different style teapot than I've seen before. It's very, it's a lot larger. It's very shaped off, almost like very deco. And you have this fun, crazy little girl with her little pigtail, ponytails, her big blue bow. She's got her little doll there, and it's like a windy sort of day. And the poor little dog's just like, yep. So $10, you'll get the whole entire set. It has the little lid to it. Fun little porcelain. I think the graphics on it are very sweet, very kitschy. I've never seen those graphics before. You can see where it is marked Japan. Did I measure it? Yes, the teapot measures with the lid on about 2 3/4 inches tall and about 3.5 inches wide. So $10, you get the little vintage teapot. Again, look at her eyelashes. Caroline, I think this is such a cute, fun little set. If you mix this into your displays, I just think the graphics on it are really fun.
It does kind of look like Pippi Longstocking.
It does. Yeah. And each one has those fun graphics. And then you get 2 little cups. You get 4 of the little plates, and 2 of them I'm using as saucers. So again, you get 4 of these fun little plates. They're all marked made in Japan. So they're all made in Japan. No chips at all to the pieces. Again, I'm sure there was a little creamer, a little sugar, but they're long since gone. Those illustrations, and you can see that when they put the illustrations on, I think they did a really good job. Sometimes when they stamp these, they didn't always get such a good, clean, crisp stamp. I really like them. So Catherine, thank you for your 10. So we're looking for 11 or more. And again, one more time, you get 4 little plates, 2 little cups, and you're getting a teapot made in Japan. T for 2 is what I'm calling it. And you could probably find more pieces if you want to. So let's count it down. We are looking for 11 or more, and we are doing.
Oh, yeah. Renee had a 10 way up there. I'm sorry I missed that.
Renee?
I totally missed that too. Sorry, you guys.
So Renee, yep. All right. So Renee's first in at 10. So now we're looking for 11 or more. Got you, Renee. We got you. Sorry, I missed that too. So Renee is holding it at 10. We're looking for 11 or more. Catherine, if you were interested, and since you put a bid in, y'all can use it just in case, because we're going to start the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Catherine is in at 12, so we're looking for 13. Got your just in case, Renee. I see it, but it didn't come up on my phone yet. I see it in StreamYard here. So I see your just in case. I see Catherine's just in case. That filtered on my phone. Did it filter on any of your devices, Amy?
No, I see it all. I see them all.
Wow, that's crazy. All right. I see it. It's all good. That's just weird. Okay, Renee, I got you for 17, friend. Thank you so much, Renee. Congratulations.
All right. We're going to move into our recap. So we're going to bring back items that didn't find a home the first time. Maybe you were not here at the beginning and you missed something, but we'll bring it back one more time. If you're watching on the replay, you can always email us and check if something is still available. That's always good to do if you watch. I know a lot of people watch the replay, so you can always check if something has not been claimed. So we will bring items back. We will give you a brief description one more time. Note if there's any kind of issues. And these are going to be quick claims. Okay, so if you want to claim something, you type in the price plus the item. So the item plus the price. so that we know what you're trying to claim. We will give it a moment before, because of the lag, it's hard to talk, because of the lag. If there's more than one person claiming the same item, we will then turn it back into a bid round to break any ties, just in cases can be in play. Karen G will be bid ending, and that's how it will go. But just make sure and type in the item plus the price. That is always helpful for us to know. Okay, Jason, I'm going to get you ready. I have some to recap as well, but I'll let Jason go first. There we go.
Right. I had a quick claim round with these fun little, these would have been your little name plates, you know, your little, to note, you know, your space when you sat. So they'd have been your little name tag here. They're made by the Buzza company. I think they are from the 1920s. They're unused, so these tips are not bent. I think these would look really great in your vintage displays. This is a really fun flapper girl, and usually they're not doing this. I'm not saying it's rare, but usually they're not doing this style of thing. So you can see she's got her flowy, fluffy kind of flapper girl dress. She is talking there on the telephone, which I love. Look at the thin wire coming back, you know, to the phone. And then there's some style of like record player. I almost want to imagine it's a Victrola, or it would be the telephone stand behind her. One of the two. And these were quick claims, and I have 4 of them remaining, and they're $5. If anybody is interested in them, you put in the letter F. The letter F, they're $5 each. They're all identical, so put in the letter F, and you can have 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the letter F. Look at the face on that. I cannot with these. I mean, this is phenomenal. And I mean, are those bracelets that she has going up her arm? I believe.
Yeah.
Look at all those bracelets on this fun flapper girl. $5
She kind of
each.
reminds me of Madonna, and Madonna wasn't even around.
Right. I mean, and look at her shoes and those heels.
I know.
I mean, $5, you guys. Like, I mean, oh my God. Like, then you bend this and you put this in your Easter display. How cool would that look with some of your 1920s? I kept 2 for myself. I'm going to mix them in with my Easter. I think they're going to look good at Easter time.
I think they are too.
They would be only $5 each. And you put in the letter F for them. I don't want to bend them. Sorry, I'm not wasting time. I got tangled there. So I had my Parker Brother 1950s. It does say 1955 on the front. Donald game. I'm not going to take it apart. I think you guys were here. All right. Thank you, Linda. I got you for 2 of them.
Lisa Day.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's late in my evening. I got you, Lisa. Lisa Day, thank you so much. So then I have 2 remaining. Thank you so much, Lisa. The day I've had, let me sit them to the side here, or I'm going to get all mixed up. So there you go. They're claimed. Thank you, guys. So I had my Parker Brothers game from 1955. It is missing 6 of the wafers that tell you what to do. But other than that, the game is in 90%. It's 90% complete. Those 6 wafers are going to keep you from being able to play the game. So it is a Donald Duck Party game. If anyone's interested, just remember there is some wear to the box. You can just see a little bit of wear right there. It's not separated, but it does have wear. So you could just put game 30 on that. It is licensed by Disney and okayed, so it was them in conjunction with Parker Brothers. So that would be game 30 if anybody is interested. I had my kitschy PY bear shakers. The one bear has a little chip here up there in the ear. I want to make sure you guys, there you go. You can see it right there. We did touch up a tiny little bit of the black, so it blended it. Okay, these are going to be 65. So these are 65 bear shakers if anyone's interested. 65 on the bear shakers. Other than that, there's no other call outs on them, except maybe if y'all are concerned they don't have a cork or a bottom. So these would be bear shakers, 65. I had my Norcrest Bluebird planter figurine. 2 spots we touched up. One I, honest to Pete, cannot find. And the other one was right up here, was a little black we did touch up. That was 65 as well. You can put Bluebirds, 65. Bluebird, 65. If anyone is interested. I had my lipsticks. This would be small lipstick at 20. Small lipstick at 20. It is just marked Japan on the bottom. I got you, Aaron. Thank you so much. Let me write this down before I forget.
Good get, Aaron. Good get.
Again, guys, I know 65 might seem like a lot, but it's not, because you can't get it anywhere else for less. Barn Vintage. Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate you, friend. So back the small one. This one is the one that I don't know the manufacturer. It just says Japan on the bottom. So this one would be small 20, small 20. This one I can verify. It has the label. This one is Chadwick, but you don't find a lot of Chadwick figurines. That one is Chadwick, and this one is a lipstick as well. She's more of the older one. This one would be large 20. And I'm going to butcher it, but it is it's the Nippon Yoko Boki. Winner, chicken dinner. If anybody is interested in her, she is Butterfly, and she's 28. Butterfly, so 28. This one is a really, really, really unique figurine, and I don't think you're going to find it anywhere else. But I'll make it easier on you. You don't have to say it like I did. Butterfly 28. That's it, Amy. Thank you so much. Thank you all for the claims.
Okay. And now you just got to remember it, Jason. You got to practice. Practice in the mirror every time you get up. Before you brush your teeth. Nippon Yoko Boki.
Nippon Yoki Boki. Nippon Yoki Boki. It's still not right.
From my oversized cat Valentines, I have both of those. They were $18 each. And this one is a Gibson card, flocked, flocking cute. Her body is flocked, and then she's got a little, really real little red feather applied to her hat. It has been signed on the back. It does have the easel. This one is 18, so you can do hat 18 for this one if you want to claim her. She's very, very cute. And the other one, which is a little bit larger, which kind of looks like Parmesan, this one is mechanical. So this leg here swings in and out, so you could sit, and has the fun you little heart in the center. This one you can call Cat 18. Cat 18 on the oversized Valentine card. This one is also signed on the back side. And then I had the little made in Western Germany. This is a Max Carl wind up kitty toy. It does work. It's just you have to have it on a flat surface, and then once it winds down, it kind of slows down. But its little heads, his little legs do move. He will walk on the floor, and he just kind of slows down, and then his little head bops back and forth. It also comes along with a little matchy Valentine card because I couldn't help it. And this was also 18, so you can put kitten 18 if you want to claim that. And it does have the original little ear tag there. And that was my recap. Thank you all so very much. Appreciate it. Of course, you can always email us if you're thinking about something later on. Just make sure and do it quickly if it's something that you would like. Always email and check if you're watching on the replay. And I also, William, I think is going to get your Yoki Boki.
Thank you, William. Thank you so much.
William does have some friends that will match with her. The Yoko Boko. See, now you got me going it. You got me.
Bless Amy. Bless Amy.
Well, good. All right. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys so very much. And a big thank you to Karen G and Gavin for helping out in the chat tonight. I know Kim had a prior obligation this evening, so that's why Kim could not be here tonight. But thank you all so very much. And we do not have a recap tonight, but you will see us back here next Thursday for Fantastic Finds at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Jason, you want to talk about whatnot?
Yes, thank you so much, Amy. Please join Tina tomorrow night. She's super excited. This is one of the biggest curated events that she's put together yet. It's all Victorian jewelry. So please join her tomorrow night. It's Mother Tucker's Tina, 7 p.m. Eastern over on Whatnot. And then if you want to come and see us be crazy next Wednesday at 6, I don't know if we'll do Tiny Treasures again or not, but come hang out with me and Tina over there on Whatnot for that as well. So we'll see you tomorrow night and then Wednesday, and then back here for me on Thursday with Amy. So thank you, Amy.
Yes. And I know a lot of you already sent your information. Thank you so much for that. So before we move into our last bit of the broadcast tonight, do make sure if you haven't sent us your email or your information, make sure and do that as soon as possible tonight so we can find your information when we go to do our invoicing. I will be doing mine tomorrow, so you will get an email from me when your invoice has been sent or your guest checkout link to your email. I will just send you an email, let you know it's out there. As soon as I get them done, they will be out, and then I will ship things out as soon as possible, especially those Valentine's Day things. I cannot ship on Saturday because Mama Pam and I are going to be at an event on Saturday, but everything will definitely go out on Monday or tomorrow afternoon. If I can get things out, I will ship them tomorrow as well. All right. So Jason, is that all that you wanted to talk about?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
All right. This next portion, I'm going to move us over to the side. Well, actually, no, I'll keep us here. This next portion, I said we weren't going to have a community share tonight because we have some news to share with those of you in the vintage community. I'm not sure everybody has heard about this yet. So I wanted to save this to the end because it's not happy news that we're sharing. But I know a lot of you knew Philomena. So we just recently learned a couple days ago that sadly Philomena that lived in Australia, most of you knew her name is Phil. She was definitely an active community member here on YouTube in the vintage community, in lots of different sales here on YouTube and over on Instagram. So I know, and if a lot of you have been around for a while, you would know Phil or recognize her name in the chat. And she sadly passed away a couple days ago. So we wanted to let you guys know in case you hadn't heard. But she was always very friendly in the chat, and she was always active in talking back and forth with everybody in the chats and very supportive here in the YouTube community. She loved to collect a various array of different things. I know she really loved Kewpies, antiques, and pretty much everything in between. She loved Christmas. And we just wanted to let you guys know in case you hadn't heard. But it's noticeable. I know we try our best to keep things lighthearted over here. But this was kind of a sudden. She was battling some illnesses. She's been in and out of the hospital several times over the past year or so with some health issues. So we just wanted to let you guys know, and we just, extend our gratitude to Phil for supporting us, Jason and I. Yes. And we just hope that Phil's family and friends can get through this tough time. And we definitely will miss her.
Phil, I think, was a wealth of knowledge, and she brought a lot of things to the chat. She enlightened us. I can remember when she first came into sales back in the day, we were sitting all together, and I can specifically remember Bill having to help me out with her name because she'd come in and she was under Philomena. And I remember Bill had to actually help. And I can go back. I mean, Phil was in that Mother Tucker's Monday, and then with us, Amy, I mean, I can go back probably almost 4 years. So
yes, absolutely.
And Phil was always a wealth of knowledge.
She was in Misty and Michael's sales back in the day. Years. She's been in the YouTube vintage community for a number of years. So
yes,
it's sad that she's gone, but yes, I know that we'll remember the happy times with Phil. So thank you guys so much. And thank you for being a part of our community. If anybody needs to chat at all, please reach out. Okay,
Yes.
Please don't hesitate to email or message if you need to talk. Okay. Thank you all so much again. We are going to say goodnight.